on. Let's see. And let's check the sound as well. Audio.
Looks okay.
Yeah. Just audio settings. Default. Okay. There we go. I think we're fine.
Okay.
Yep. Hi guys.
Hey everyone.
Welcome to the Neocore Games live stream. And yeah, hopefully today is a special occasion because we are also on a new platform because now today we are streaming on Steam as well.
Steam, yeah, absolutely.
And
excited.
As you can see, it's a bit of a new setup.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Love the skull.
Yeah, the skull. I don't know. We should name him. We
Yeah.
should give him a name, or her. I'm not sure.
Can't fly though.
Yeah, not a servo skull.
Not a servo skull.
So yeah, be sure to give us feedback on the audio quality because that's always a question, you know. It's a bit weird because I can't see the monitor where we are displayed, so it's just we're flying blind, Houston. Anyways, today we are gonna be streaming for like roughly 2.5 hours.
Yeah, from 7 p.m. CET.
Yeah, 7 p.m. CET.
So in a couple of minutes we're gonna stream on Steam as well. Now it's just warming up. I'm Gergo and this is Megapool and we are from Neocore Games obviously. We're gonna play Inquisitor Martyr.
Indeed.
And talk about a bunch of upcoming features maybe, also showing the game for new players, talking about the features for everyone joining us from Steam. And yeah, we will talk about war zones maybe.
Yeah, maybe Warzones and the recent patches, the upcoming patches, the future of the game.
Yeah.
And since we are on Steam as well, I guess we're gonna have a lot of newcomers. Hopefully, at least this is our goal with the stream, to get some new people in to learn about Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr, which is the game we're gonna be streaming. Let's just hop into the game in the meantime because it's gonna run in the background. So yeah, be sure to give us the feedback on the sound quality, and of course I'll be monitoring the chat on Steam and on stream as well. So be sure to ask your questions and I'll do my best to answer them.
Yeah, besides that, it's gonna be streaming on Steam as well. I think it will be similar to our previous streams. We will answer questions in the chat, and we will play the game. But this time it won't be an endgame character, just because we'd like to show the game for newcomers, so it will be like a level 16 assassin. Nothing special, like not an endgame build, but we're gonna talk about endgame builds anyway, so...
Yeah, a lot of things were progressing for Martyr.
Yeah.
In the last couple days, because 1.0.5 hit not long ago, and it was a really good patch in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because our goal was to fix basically every problem within the game that the community have addressed. So we were focusing on the needs of the community in the previous patch, because besides the obvious bug fixing,
right,
and clearing things up, we focused on numerous balance issues as well. For example, right after the patch, we added a little hotfix as well that increases the experience gain dramatically, especially in the late game.
Yeah, for normal missions, I think.
Right? For random star map missions, yeah, roughly 50% increase in experience, right. And we have raised the minimum fate rewards as well.
Yeah.
By 2.
Yeah, so now it's a bit quicker to level up your character and be able to do turret missions, for example, which cost fate points.
Yeah, and obviously I have seen that some people requested that we should increase the experience gain by 200% or 300%, but I think that we have to start somewhere, yeah. And leveling pace with this recent modification should be really great.
Yeah, you have consumables though. If you want to level faster, you can always find consumables.
Yeah,
and you can use for limited missions.
Consumables are a recent addition to the game as well, because you can either buy them from the shop, right. They have a low chance of spawning, and of course you can have them as mission drops, also very rare spawn, like 1-2% drop chance. But I think we have goals with consumables in the future.
Yeah, absolutely, it's a great feature. I think it has a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, for example, I really want people to be able to craft consumables, and that would be
right.
Like resource dump, for example, for a hefty price for a lot of materials and stuff.
Alright, that would be awesome.
What build are you using?
I think it's I'm playing with Assassin, obviously, and I'm using 2 one-handed melee weapons. It's just basically I'm leveling up, and when I'll be a bit higher level, like level 30 or 40, I'd like to do a kind of cool build that some of the players came up with. It's called the Pogo Assassin.
Yeah, the Pogo Assassin. Yeah, I've heard of that.
It's a build that's using a two-handed sword and Serpent Strike, which is a weapon ability that basically you are jumping around, and it's a pretty funny build. You just jump around the map and kill everyone.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun and quick build, because speed is essential in an ARPG.
Right, right.
Most builds that I have seen for different classes are always centered around either deflect or defense.
Yeah.
Or speed. For example, the Crusader, the deflect speed Crusader.
Yeah, we played Deflect Crusader in the previous stream.
Yeah, the previous stream.
It's also kind of
powerful. Yeah, it's the more you kill, the faster you get. It's pretty amazing.
Okay, just spawn a bunch of enemies.
Isn't the Pogo Assassin the one that Hydra has?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I have yet to play an assassin after the recent patches in depth. I will always play Crusader. Right. But yeah, I really want to max out an assassin, like full relic gear, and whatnot. Yeah. I have yet to find the time for that, but I've been leveling my Crusader.
It takes a while to level it up, and then min max all the stats, like put all resist to your gear and critical hit strengths and all that stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just checking the Steam stream, right? Because we already have quite a few viewers there as well. Yeah, and so far it's looking good.
Hey everyone, to the newcomers, we are streaming Inquisitor Martyr, and we're from Yoko Games.
Yeah, I mean we should talk about what we do here, because some of you know us and some of you don't. I'm Megapol, and I am lead community manager for Neocore Games, and I also do a bit of a level design. I designed hefty amounts of campaign maps as well, and some in-game video stuff.
Yeah, and I'm Gergo, and I'm a PR manager for Neo Games. And yeah, usually stream sometimes too.
Yeah, someone says on chat that he's also a killable character in the game. Yes, that's true.
Oh, someone find that
yeah,
tiny Easter egg.
Found
okay.
that NPC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Martyr is not a game that's full of Easter eggs, contrary to our previous games.
Oh yeah.
But I managed to sneak myself into the game. Yeah, in hidden.
Are you a Rook Psyker or?
No, Chaos Cultist.
Okay.
Like a mutant rampager or something.
Right.
I think like hidden in deep within a house. I'm in a ruined building surrounded with minefields and barbed wire and
so
whatnot. So you don't really have to.
So
yeah,
it's
you have
on
to struggle.
It's on a ruined city map.
Yes, it's on one of the campaign maps actually.
Ah, okay. Yeah, those are kind of big, so.
Yeah, it's huge, and I just hidden it on the corner.
Right.
Is this a data hunt mission?
Yeah, that's right. I had to collect 3. Basically, I had to search for 3 terminals and just collect the data.
Yeah.
It's the main mission objective, which is changes with every mission. It's kind of random, and this is one of the random missions. It's a small map on a spaceship. Yeah, and
industrial setting.
Yeah. Here's the second one. I'm gonna collect it, and it's gonna spawn a bunch of enemies, but
if they reach the terminal, you fail the mission, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
This mission type was reworked quite a few times because previously you could only access this mission from investigations, investigation series, and that was the only mission type in investigations. But we just made it available for everyone, and we reworked it. So previously you only had to find the terminals, and now you have to defend them as well.
Okay.
As you can see, you can move the progress bar up only if you're unattacked.
Yeah.
So we changed up the mechanism a bit. And the latest patch 1.0.5 gave some additions as well to the data hunt because the enemies receive a new spawn animation when they spawn in.
Oh, I love this skill. Okay.
So just in case you're tuning in and unfamiliar with the game, this is Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr, and this game was released not long ago, June 5, if I'm correct.
That's right.
Those days are just melting together a bit.
Yeah, that's when the game left early access, basically.
Yes, that's when we left early access. After a pretty long founding campaign and then an open early access, available on Steam. Yeah, it's an ARPG set in the 40k universe. In the grimdark atmosphere. I really hope that you can grasp it from the stream as well. And you have 3 classes: Crusader, Assassin, and Psyker.
Yeah, this is the Assassin I'm playing with. This is a very dodgy character, very agile, kind of like the fast-moving.
Yeah, squishy, but deals a lot of damage.
Yeah.
The Crusader is of course the classic big guy, either heavy weapons or melee with a great sword or a power sword and shield.
Yeah.
And there's a Psyker, obviously, who uses warp to dispatch the enemies.
Yeah.
He's more like a support class, but he has a unique mechanism with spells because you can augment them any way you want.
It takes a bit of skill too, or you have to be a bit more experienced with it.
Yeah, I think the Psyker is more for the more experienced, the RPG players.
Right.
And skills are tied to weapons, so you have to prepare in advance. Before missions, you have to select the right kind of gear to prepare.
Yeah, for example, I'm with 2 one-handed weapons now, and I'm gonna change now to my sniper rifle, and as you can see, the skills just changed.
And we just got a question about the consoles version.
Yeah.
That someone asked that some retailers are naming Maximum Games as the new publisher, and some people are suspecting that we have changed publishers.
I don't think so.
No, we're sticking with our original publisher. So
I think Maximum Games is a retailer, or a distributor.
Yeah, distributor. Yeah. So we from the beginning we are in contract with Maximum Games and Big Ben Interactive as well, because they are the publishers. They handle the console release for Martyr. Yeah, I see a couple of old faces in the Twitch chat. Hi guys.
Hey everyone.
Good to have you here.
Yeah.
And I think Oh, it's quite an easy mission if I see. Yeah, the power rating is lower than your power rating.
It's for warming up.
Yeah, it's a warm-up mission. Yeah, in the top left corner, you can see Gergo's power rating.
Yeah.
And on the bottom right corner, or the mission screen, the objective screen, you can see the power rating of the mission, which is basically measuring how hard the mission is. You can see that the power rating is roughly lower by 80, so it means like bonus damage and less damage suffered. So you can tweak these. You can play around with the difficulty as well. You can do more challenging missions, especially if you have some friends, for example. You are more able to do them.
Right.
And of course, you get better loot and more experience. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I just finished the mission, but still gonna kill everyone.
Yeah, because monster kills count in this game. So before the mission, you see the estimated rewards, experience and stuff. And that's an estimate if you kill everything.
Yeah.
So the more enemies you kill, the more fate, the more experience, the more gear you have, because obviously enemies are dropping loot. You get some loot even if you don't kill much enemies, so there's some guaranteed stuff coming at the end, at the loot screen.
Yeah.
But I suggest you farm those heretics.
Yeah, the reason for this is just we don't really want players to just speedrun maps. Obviously, you play the game.
Rushing is not really good. So.
Okay, yeah, just a few more left. One of them is a villain. A commander.
Yeah. Commanders. Yeah, commanders have quite a unique gameplay mechanism, because if you kill the commander first, the minions of the commander will flee.
Yeah. Also, the turret's gonna just disappear because just kill the commander. But there's a few more left.
Yeah, you can drop those turrets as well in the game, especially if you have the Sentinel armor with the Crusader.
Right.
And we just buffed those. They have 33% more HP, so...
Cool stuff, yeah.
Yeah, from 1,500 to 2,000, I think, with the baseline HP was buffed. Because many the people felt the need. I've been reading the forums, and they said that it's a bit squishy, the turrets.
Yeah.
They needed an HP buff, so we buffed it with roughly like 30%.
I think it's gonna be very handy for some of the campaign missions. This buff will come handy for the campaign missions.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I mean, during the campaign missions, I think these turrets and holograms and all kinds of stuff that you can drop to help you in combat.
Yeah, some of the
helpful.
Like campaign missions, you have to like defend basically something, maybe a terminal or someone else, an NPC, and yeah, maybe a buffed up turret will come handy.
Yes, of course. And how you did the mission and skip the Hellbrew?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, as you can see, we have these nice cutscenes for executions, but in 1.0.5 you can turn these off if you don't want to, because yeah, many players, especially the hardcore player base who is like spamming missions left and right to farm fate and stuff, they want to make the gameplay as efficient as they can.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, so if you played hundreds of maps,
they want to be faster, even faster.
Yeah.
And that's why we added these options to make it more fluid.
Right.
Anybody knows where I can find out what relic rolls you can get on Needles and Exodus? Well, for now you can dig around in the config files, but what is a proposed feature for a future update is that when you are modifying an item, or when you put an item into the modified tab, you should be able to see the available enchants on that item. So you can see beforehand. Oh, you got a relic.
Yeah, pretty nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Critical strength.
No relic enchant, but yeah.
You guys, as you can see, the game has pretty much it's about loot and gearing up. And
yeah, as ARPGs are. I mean, they are all about loot.
This one is it's kind of orange or brown. I don't know.
It's orange. It's
orange.
It's
yeah.
the orange,
so this is
orange quality.
This is a relic item. It's basically one of the. It's kind of hard to find. Very rare.
Yeah, I mean it's the equivalent of legendary items, basically.
Pretty much.
So the item qualities go, because we have white as the basic items. Only the very beginning of the game will net you those items.
Yeah.
And then we have the blue items, the master crafted items, and then we have the rare, the green items.
Green ones, yeah.
And the purple items are basically the epics, the generic best items.
Yeah, also kind of hard to find if you're low level.
Yeah, the artificer items are pretty hard to find at first, but then I think later on artificer items will become like a source of fate, for example.
I think when you hit kind of like level 35 or something, then the drop rate for relic items kind of increases. Like
especially if you're doing tarot missions.
Yeah. And yeah, so the max level is 50, so it's a long way for this poor assassin, as you guys can see. Obviously,
yeah, this is the progression tab where you can see what stuff will you unlock as you progress in the game.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hit 17, I think, during this stream, and we'll see what...
Yeah, you're pretty close. Yeah, purples are fate fuel for endgame players, because if you sell them, you get fate, which is sort of the endgame currency of the game. Yeah,
this is the purple, as you can see up here. Yeah, a lot of fate points. We're gonna do a bunch of tarot missions, which are kind of like a buffed up version of normal random missions. You can pick a bunch of tarot cards, major and minor, and this gives you debuffs for the mission. And after you find the appropriate cards,
basically you can select what bonuses do you want in your mission. Do you want more gold? Do you want more stuff?
Yeah. Here you can see the rewards, increased chance to find main, eye, or neural implants. These are basically gears for various slots. Yeah, a bunch more fate points for rewards and crafting materials. I think it's kind of cool. Let's go with it. Maybe my assassin will die, but...
Yeah. It's normal difficulty or normal.
Yeah.
Set it on normal. Yeah.
Yeah, we just saw a glimpse of the star map, but after this mission I think we can show for the newcomers the star map, the Caligari
because
sector.
Basically it's a very core element of the game, because Martyr takes place in the Caligari sector, which is a segment of the 40k universe.
It's a tiny segment, and also kind of like our playground for Martyr's story, but it's very faithful to the lore. So if you follow the lore of 40k, the current events, it kind of fits into that. So
yeah, I mean, based on the story, the Caligari sector is secluded by warp storms from the rest of the universe. So this is why we can do basically a lot of stuff within that sector as our playground. And within the Caligari sector, currently there's one subsector available, the Tenebra subsector.
It's tier 1, basically.
Which has numerous star systems, and each star system has a bunch of planets where you can go to and do missions.
Yeah.
And this one subsector consists one season or one tier within the game.
Yeah, that's right. And it's the tier 1 is now unlocked, and we're gonna unlock tier 2 very soon, in a couple of months. And that means that the end game will change.
Yeah, I mean, currently we are working on an update which will bring the war zone next week.
Right.
And after the war zone ends, like towards the end of the summer or late summer, we'll hit. Will be the beginning of the second season.
Cool.
And new season will bring another subsector. So a new subsector will open besides the Tenebra subsector, which means that another bunch of missions, sun systems, POIs will be available and stuff.
Yeah, basically.
And of course the level cap will be increased, power rating will be increased.
New skills, new perks, I guess. Yeah, new
story.
New enemies, new infections.
And of course, the first season will bring the Dark Eldar, among others.
Yeah,
and the respective.
Very excited for that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because I've heard rumors that we were talking with Games Workshop. Obviously, we are cooperating with Games Workshop, and it's super fun. And they said that the Eldar models and arts and stuff from the first season look so amazing.
Wow!
That they were very impressed with that.
Wow.
So I can't wait for the Dark Eldar, to be honest.
Yeah.
Will there be new skill trees in tier 2, 3, 4, 5, etc.? Asked someone. I can't deny or confirm this as of now, but basically seasons will be free content patches, and those will be the updates that will bring the majority of new content within the game.
It's very important that it's a free content patch, basically for everyone. And you can, if you have basically an end game character, max level with high end gear, we'd like to, with seasons, we'd like to have you basically that you can just continue with that character. And,
yes, of course. Yeah, I mean, seasons by seasons. The terminology might be misleading to some guys, but we don't reset your character. Yeah. We do not want you to start over, and you just got wrecked.
Yeah.
Well, by what? By some medium type enemies?
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
This is a turret
champions. Mission. Yeah. Oh, the turret missions are universally a lot harder than normal missions, especially if you're like starting out.
Yeah, I mean, dying one time is not an issue. You can die 3 times on a random mission, so you have to be careful with that.
I see.
Okay, yeah, it's a bit tough for.
Yeah, and of course. Nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Blightbearer. Did you open that medical supply crate?
Yeah, just or do that.
Yeah, because you look like someone in need of inoculators.
Just hide. Yeah, the game has a bunch of cool features that not really common for ARPGs, and one of them is a cover system basically that I'm using now with this guy. Yeah,
basically. We have destructible environment, obviously, within the game, so you can shoot everything to pieces.
Yeah.
And within that, there's numerous objects that you can use your cover. And the unique stat, stat comes into play here, which is suppression.
Yeah.
You can see that half circle around Gergo's HP bar, or what's missing of it. And that means basically how vulnerable your character is to suppression, basically, to crowd control. CC. Stun, knockdown, and similar stuff. And if you go into cover, you take less damage and you regen your suppression. So it's very useful to do, to take cover every once in a while, especially if you're during a big fight. Because our goal was for players to be able to do these fights without covers, but it's much easier.
Yeah, it's kind of like an optional thing, and also you can create a build for your character with the covers in mind. Basically, you can regenerate HP much quicker, for example, if you're behind covers.
Indeed.
Right.
And this is a silence the guns mission.
Yeah.
You have to deactivate AA batteries. And
yeah, I think I've already deactivated one. Yeah, but also just one live up, so I have to be really careful.
Yeah, and this is a timed mission as well, so you have to be quick.
Yeah.
And you're fighting some word bearers.
Yeah.
The recent change was in the latest update as well, because there are cabals in the game, which are basically the equivalent of a guild. And there's cabal specific quests that you can do with your mates in the cabal, and some of them were pretty hard to do. And for example, the most notorious one was the Unholy Codex mission, where you had to collect, I think, 200 or something codexes, and they have only dropped from wordbearers, sorcerers.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. Yeah,
we modified it so it drops basically from every wordbearer enemy type by like 50% drop chance or something like that. So it's much easier to do now if you're in the cabal. Yeah, some people in the chat are already like, boo codex, boo. In the Steam, Jabby McGee asks, so it's like Diablo. Well, basically, if you mean like an ARPG, then sure. So it's like a top-down view action RPG. But it's different in the sense of the cover system, more tactical gameplay.
I just died.
Oh, you failed the turret missions. Fate down the drain. So yeah, it's more tactical, and of course skills are bound to weapons here. So you don't spec into skills, but you gain weapons and use the skills, and you have 3 weapons. You have your skill trees.
Yeah.
We can show those skill trees.
Show, yeah.
So obviously we don't want to take away the fun, because in ARPG, I think what I love about ARPGs is that you gain levels and you put points into skill trees, and having skill trees is essential in an ARPG. And of course we have skill trees, obviously, passive skill trees.
Yeah, that's
these are the passive skill trees. So you can see there are some that are locked and some that are unlocked, and these are depending on basically first of all, what subclass did you select in the first place? Because if you start, for example, a Crusader, you can be a heavy weapons Crusader, a melee Crusader, or heavy weapons Crusader, melee Crusader, and and the third one is, I think, the dual wield assault Crusader, and that determines your starting set of skill trees. You can unlock the rest, obviously, by doing heroic deeds, which are basically similar to achievements, but yes, you can track their progress here, what you need to do, and of course you can unlock those skill trees, and they grant you passive skills.
Yeah, quite a few. I mean, if you're an achievement hunter or that kind of player, I think you're gonna like heroic deeds a lot, because there's quite a few, as you can see. I'm pretty sure we're gonna add. Yeah,
someone on Steam says that seems like a good game to try. Well, I agree, and I mean, this is a good chance to try Martyr, because we have a 10% discount active on Steam.
Yeah, till next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, nice. Okay.
Or it's 5th of July when the Steam Summer Sale ends. So
yeah.
Must be Thursday.
Must be. It's Thursday. Yeah, and I see that you have the skull mask on your assassin.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because that's the reward for our very first in-game event.
Yeah.
Because basically, since Martyr takes place in an open world, we are having in-game events for our players, basically very often.
Yeah, pretty much. The idea is to have a game that's there's always a global event. There's always something extra to do.
Yeah, there's
besides
always something going on.
Yeah,
the last event ended on Friday.
This is a persistent world, so players always can engage in something that involves the community. You have to collect something, you have to unlock something to kill a boss, for example, in the upcoming war zones. And we just had this week basically this pre-war zone event.
Yeah.
For a few days.
Basically, the Locon system had an assault going on for a week, and that's leading up to the war zone. Let's talk about the war zone.
Yeah,
can you, in the meantime, switch over to my Crusader?
Yeah, sure.
My level 13 Crusader.
Oh, okay.
Let's show that. Just. Yeah,
this one.
This is the 41. Yeah, the one is 13. Yeah,
Gigapool.
This guy, hopefully. Yeah, because I just wanted to show the new relic armor appearances that you can do, and let's talk about the war zones for a while. But before we go into that, let's check the appearance panel, because that's also cool stuff. Because many people are asking if there will be microtransactions in the game, or will you be able to buy skins for your items. And the answer is yes and no, because you can modify your equipment whatever way you want to.
Just gonna ruin this character.
So, yeah, feel free to ruin my character, but you can do it for free. I mean, for in-game gold, that is. So you can, as you can see, you can paint your gear, you can select skins, and it's pretty cool because, as we explained, relic items, which is the highest item tier, have unique models. So you can see that, is this a heavy flamer that I have? In my hand.
I think so, yeah.
And that's a relic heavy flamer, so it has a unique model. So it looks different. It has different skins as well. Of course, relic heavy flamers were also fixed in the latest update. So yeah, it looks pretty amazing. Let me just. I haven't even checked it since the updates. So it looks good. Yeah. So yeah. You can go way over, adjust the grind, the wear, the material blend.
Yeah, it's a very detailed appearance modifier. Material can be changed, all the color. Basically, it is colors that you might expect.
Names of the colors.
This is what you might expect from a Warhammer game. The colors, basically, if you paint the miniatures as well.
Yeah, I mean, painting and Warhammer are very close relatives.
Yeah, that's right.
We have a bunch of figures as well here in the office, and some guys who paint them.
Yeah,
I like here. So yeah, it's pretty cool that you can do that in game as well, basically.
Yeah. Also, another feature that people might expect from an ARPG is crafting, which is here with the tech priest. You can collect blueprints just like playing the game.
Yes.
Blueprints can be...
They're quite rare, as you can see that this character only has like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You can also buy them from the vendor.
From the crafter,
yeah.
That's the buyback tab, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry.
Yeah, waste that. I have tons of credits, so you can feel free to just buy everything. Yeah. A couple of questions from Steam forums, maybe from the Steam chat. Yeah. Hello guys, and thanks for such a great game. Thanks, man. And of course, we're here to answer your questions as well. So feel free to
ask. Yeah, we try to answer as best as we can.
Need wear option. Well, we already have a wear option. Someone asked that what does wear do? It has never worked for me. It works in correlation with the other sliders. So for example, if you have material blend to 0%, then wear will not work, obviously. So you have to work those together. Tons of credits, aka enough to reroll one item properly. Yeah, if you're about to min-max, but rerolling doesn't come. I mean, modify, rerolling the items doesn't come till late game.
Yeah,
so.
Let's just zoom out to the Caligari sectors.
Yeah, and we wanted to talk about the war zones, but completely.
I mean, it's a big game, a lot of features.
Yeah,
but we're gonna get there.
Yes, as you can see, that one little circle is currently. Containing, I don't know, like 50, 60 planets or something.
Yeah, it's tier 1, it's the 10 subsector. Here you can see all the subsectors that's gonna come in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know which one will be the second circle, because I could like spoil that right now if I knew, but I haven't. But yeah, the first season that will arrive at the end of the summer or something like that around that time.
No ETA for that at the moment. I think when it's done, basically.
I think I posted on the Steam forums and the summer or autumn or something like that.
Yeah, but if you guys follow our Steam community page or all the other social media, Discord, for example, then you're gonna guys see the announcements.
Yeah, obviously we're posting everywhere. You have an extra enforcement consumable active.
Done.
That means more stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, maybe I'm not sure about this character. This is Megapool's character.
I have no idea. I only checked that I dumped my relic here.
Let's just go to the green zone.
What I did, let's check the character screen, because I have no idea what items I have.
Okay.
Because what I did for this character is just dumped my low-level relics that I dropped from my main.
Right.
So I created an alt to use those. And this guy is like full relic geared, but low level. So I have absolutely no idea what is going on with this character.
So yeah, we have this purge mission here where you have to kill basically all the enemies on the map. Then bunker busting, which is a kind of different type of mission, and panic room, which is where you have to secure a VIP NPC. Yeah. Let's do the purge one.
Yeah, someone's asking on Steam, are you guys the developers of this game? Yes.
Basically, I'm doing PR, and Megapool is doing a lot of level design, so I can say that he's one of the devs. But our studio is located in Budapest. It's roughly 70 people if you count everyone who was working on this game. So it's quite big, I guess, for an indie studio. And
and someone is asking on Steam, is there a hot Amazon character like in Diablo 2? But there you go, on the loading screen, right on the loading screen. You have the assassin, which is a death cult assassin. Yeah. And I guess she's pretty hot.
I mean, there are three classes. 2 male, the Psyker and the Crusader is a male, and the Assassin is a female. You can change the gender, but I don't think it's kind of...
Yeah, but it's like bound by lore, because, for example, Death Cult Assassins can only be females, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
How different will the PlayStation version be to the PC version? Well, content-wise, there won't be any difference.
But UI will be much different. I mean, it's played by controller on consoles. Obviously, on PC you can play with the controller as well. If you switch to a controller, then you can see how
Yeah, basically.
looks, yeah.
If you plug a controller into the Steam version, you can see how the PlayStation version will look like. Basically,
it's very user friendly.
And we're constantly working on improving controller stuff.
Also on consoles, a very big feature is couch co-op, which is not in the PC version for obvious reasons, I guess.
Yeah.
And on consoles, you can play with up to 2 players couch co-op. It's kind of fun. If you have a high level character, you can always have.
Yeah, couch co-op is pretty amazing.
Someone just jumps in with another character, and you can play 2 player. And it's on one screen, kind of,
Yeah,
kind of cool. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. I've seen the couch co-op.
We played it in the office a lot, and it's pretty cool. And besides that, the console version also uses the PS4 controllers features, like you can use the motion controls with the star map, for example, and a lot of minor cool features.
Yep, and someone is asking, are we planning to implement co-op into the campaign? And for now, I would say no, because it was a design decision. It was a hard decision, but it's a design decision, because the entirety of Martyr is designed with co-op in mind, because you can do everything in the game in co-op except the single-player campaign, which is advertised as a single-player campaign, and you don't have to do it. So you do the first couple missions, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then you can jump into co-op and do the rest of your game, the investigations, the star map missions, turret missions, PvP, and whatever with your friends. But the single-player campaign has to be a single-player for now. Basically because of the story.
Yeah, it's a very story-focused pack of missions.
Basically, the story revolves around this lone wolf Inquisitor.
Yeah,
and that only works if there's no 4 characters jumping around in the cutscene. So.
Basically, chapter 1 is where you finish chapter 1 on the Martyr, and then you open up the open world, and then you can play in co-op with random missions, basically. Yeah,
someone is asking, why is it so hard to farm Fate? It has to be hard for starters, but it was a bit too hard previously. I have to agree that Fate, the endgame currency for Martyr, can be used for turret missions, for example.
Yeah, or for crafting.
And whatnot. And it was indeed a bit too hard to farm Fate, and that is why yesterday we have increased the amount of Fate that you receive from missions, and the amount of experience as well, because players were complaining about that the mid-game, end-game leveling to reach 50, which is the max level currently in the game, was a bit slow, and this is why we have raised the experience gain and raised the Fate rewards as well.
Nice, yeah.
Roughly 50% experience bonus from level 30, around level 30 to 50. Like, it's curved, so you receive the experience bonus at first as well, but not as much as in the late game. Because if you do the campaign, the campaign missions give very good experience, and if you finish the campaign, you beat the end boss, because obviously there's an end boss. You can do random missions, and those gave a bit less experience before, and now we have boosted that, so you receive more experience, and I think it was a very welcome and happy I was happy to see that change as well, because I've been reading the feedback, and it was my goal to raise the experience gain in late game especially. Yeah,
that was a good idea, and also if you just play the game, play the campaign, then I think you will be fine with Fate points.
Even more so, because Warzone will be max. We'll have a requirement, a power rating requirement.
Yeah. So let's talk about Warzone.
Yeah, finally. Okay. Finally, we're getting derailed by these questions. So Warzone will hit next week. That's 99.99% sure.
Yeah.
I just spoiled it. Jinxed it, sorry. But Warzone will hit next week, and it will be the first installment of introducing endgame to Martyr. I mean, endgame is not a good word.
Because current endgame, I would say.
Current endgame, because we are expanding the game throughout. I mean, for example, the new season will raise the level cap, raise the power level, new races, new factions, whatever. So the current first installment of endgame will be the Warzone.
Yeah.
And what the Warzone will be is that.
I think Warzone is basically our biggest global event till now? Because
Yeah, definitely.
we had a pre-Warzone event, also like smaller events after the release.
Warzone will last throughout the summer, basically. And what the Warzone will do is it will be an event, so there will be event-specific missions, I think, in the lock-on system as well. And it will introduce new active and new passive skills and an endless leveling system. These are the three cornerstones of the Warzone. So let's talk about the active skills first, because it's pretty simple. You will be able to unlock new active skills, which will be world skills.
Yeah, so active skills basically are the ones that usually tag to the gear.
Yeah,
weapons, armor,
except for the world skills, because now you can see that you have left click, right click, 1, 2, 3, 4 skills, and the fifth skill that appears on the right side sometimes are the world skills.
Yeah, that's right, like mines,
artillery, turrets, whatnot, and you will be able to unlock permanent world skills.
Wow!
With the Warzone update.
Okay.
And it's currently already being tested. So since yesterday, our beta testers are going hard at the Warzone update. So yeah, you will be able to call artillery strikes. You will be able to summon inquisitorial imperial guards and stuff. And of course, you will have a new passive skills as well within the Warzone.
Okay.
Basically they are similar to the skill trees in the game already. So you'll be able to go into skill trees, but how you can achieve these skill points will be quite different, because currently you gain skill points by leveling up. That's simple. And to gain points for the Warzone skill tree, you have to beat these endless missions, basically.
Yeah.
And what these endless missions are is that they will get harder and harder as you progress. So you will have to be really good to go far.
So as far as I know, like the endless missions, you can collect keys, and with them you can summon Nemesis boss, which is the most, like, the toughest kind of enemy type.
Yeah, and he will drop unique loot. So basically, you can farm for a key.
Okay.
Within these endless missions.
Yeah.
And with that key, you can summon the Nemesis.
Okay.
Which is what's the old school lingo, like Uber boss? Yeah, I think that's the. Something like that.
Yeah.
And the Nemesis will drop pretty cool loot.
Yeah. So for example, the Hairbrute I'm fighting is not even the second toughest. This is kind of like a.
It's just a generic elite mission, elite monster. Yeah. So yeah, the Warzone will have all kinds of cool features, and of course, it's separate leaderboard as well.
Oh, nice. It's very good for people who are competitive, I guess.
Yeah, I mean the Warzone is pretty. Oh, you got an Extreme Fortune consumable as well. Nice.
Yeah, mission completed. Everyone's killed.
Yeah, be sure to wreck everyone, because that way you get more experience and more fate. Yeah,
this was the Crusader with the heavy flamer. Very cool build. Very cool weapon.
Yeah, and the heavy flamer is a bit of a mixed blessing, because it's at the same time you deal immense damage in close range, but then again, if they got you from afar, you're screwed.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Perk unlocked. Yeah. Okay.
Attrition feedback perk unlocked.
Oh.
Yes, let's show the character screen and what can you do with your characters.
Yeah, so this is an ARPG with a very deep and detailed system for gearing up and leveling up, and it has a bunch of layers. Let's start here,
with the Warzone rank, which is one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the new rank that you will be able to achieve.
Yeah, this was logged basically a while ago.
Yes.
So, yeah.
You already have an available attribute.
Yeah, so it's, as you can see, there are kind of various attributes that you can put attribute points. You're gonna gain these just basically playing the game with completing hero IDs, leveling up.
Yeah, so basically if you put points into attributes, you can reach these milestones that give like these amazing bonuses.
Yeah, I just unlocked the second milestone for Warfare.
He's boosting my characters on stream. It's so cool. I just have to sit here and watch my characters gain experience.
I think 2 more levels and just second perk will unlock. So
yeah, perks are pretty cool in Martyr, because we just introduced a bunch of new ones. And they give some pretty cool unique bonuses to your character.
Yeah, these are the one unlocked right now. Quite a few to unlock with this character. But yeah, we're gonna add new ones as the game will progress.
Yes. Someone is asking on Steam, when are you guys gonna fix the game? And I can answer that gladly because thank God, but my favorite patch was released on Thursday.
Right.
And it was like this long patch log. It was such joy writing those changes up. Everyone, basically, I just scoured the forums as I do because that's also my job. I'm reading each and every one of your posts on the Steam forums, on Reddit, and on Discord as well, along with my colleagues. And yeah, just save that. And I gathered everything that you guys needed, and we fixed those things. So it's pretty cool. I can't. Yeah, the feedback was already pretty amazing. I was reading, comments in the patch log and stuff.
It was a big patch with bug fixes, basically.
Bug fixes and some new features as well, because the balance changes were very welcome as well, because the Cabal missions were redone, basically.
Yeah.
And that was also welcome change, because we have a pretty good community within the game, especially the Cabal guys.
Yeah,
they work together to achieve the goals and get on the leaderboards. So it's pretty amazing.
I think if to all the newcomers, I would gladly suggest to join our social sites if you are interested in the game and want to build a min-max character, because a lot of people are there, and pretty sure that they're gonna help with certain builds.
Yes, at the bottom right corner you can see links to our social media and whatnot, and be sure to join our Discord server as well, because we are active there 24/7, and basically you can just PM us out the blue with your questions, with your stuff, and also you can post your questions here as well on Steam.
Yeah,
and we'll do our best to answer or help you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I can set heretics on fire, add it to cart. Yeah, you can do that as well. You can have a heavy flamer and do that, or Melta as well, Grafgun and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Our weapon arsenal is pretty huge as of now, but our plan is to add a lot.
Yeah,
more
basically weapons work like you have a set of weapons when you're level 1, but as you level up you will unlock a lot of new weapons, very powerful ones with very cool animations up till level 20, if I'm correct.
Yep, level 20 is the last weapon unlock.
Yeah, but level 20 isn't the max level, obviously. It's 50, right? So you're gonna gain skill points and perks and a lot of like inoculator components as you level up. So there's always something to unlock. Yeah, let's just do another mission with this Crusader. This is a very tanky, very...
Yeah, Crusader is the big guy, is the tanky guy. Yeah. And yes, there's no 40k game without heretics, both in the game and on the chat, as I see.
That's right. This is another purge mission, where I have to kill all the enemies, which is kind of like Nurgle.
Yeah, this was the first map settings introduced to the game, the Imperial Indoors.
Yeah.
This looks pretty amazing.
Yeah, but I guess I'm not even sure how many map settings we have now. I think it's a lot. Also,
I think like around 10. Let's see.
Yeah.
We have Imperial Indoors.
Yeah.
We have Nurgle Infested Indoors.
Yeah, this is a kind of like an altered version of this one. I mean, it's full of Nurgle.
Yeah, Nurgle slime.
Yeah.
Nurgle Infested. Yeah. We have Spaceship.
Yeah.
We have Industrial Indoors.
Yeah.
We have Mining Operation, Rocky Terrain. These are outdoors maps.
Yeah.
We have Frozen Wasteland.
Hive City.
Looks amazing.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, Ruined City. And I'm leaving out one. I'm pretty sure it's so hard because when you have to, since I made quite a few maps in the game, and you're making these maps, and then after a while, when you spend dozens of or hundreds of hours of making maps, and then you don't even remember the maps.
Yeah, but also all the map types have different weather settings. So sometimes it just looks like different map type because the weather setting just alters.
Yeah, and of course, each map has 6 different weather settings that are also random.
Yeah.
So you can fight in rain, fog, snowstorm, and whatnot. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, gear is very important in Martyr because some people are saying that you only I see some comments that some guys mentioning that you have only one weapon and you run around with that. While that is not very true because nice shot.
Nice.
But
Just
first of all, you
dropping
have 2 weapon sets straight away. So as you can see, Gergo has switched over to the grenade launcher.
Yeah.
And what weapon you use or choose before the mission matters a lot.
Yeah.
Because you can't really change your weapon during the missions, because you have to prepare in advance. You have to see that, okay, this mission contains this enemy type, which is resistant to this and vulnerable to this.
Yeah.
So you have to
prepare. Yeah.
You have to check your gear.
Missions usually, if you're prepared, it's like 20 minutes maybe. I think longer missions might take like 30. And so you just set up your weapon sets and your gear, and then obviously if you finish one mission, and then you can just use another weapon.
And of course, and then again, there's relic engines, which are basically similar to passive skills or perks, because they have a unique modifier.
Yeah.
And you can do builds with these relic engines. And by builds, I don't mean like a fixed set that revolves around spamming one skill.
Yeah.
But like a build where your stuff works together in synergy.
Yeah.
Like the Deflect Crusader, for example, or the Pogo Assassin.
Yeah.
Because
Pogo Assassin.
yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Cool.
And this is the most essential mission type for any 40k game, I believe, because all the mission objective is purge.
Purge everyone.
You have to kill everyone. Oh, nice chest.
Yeah, but obviously this is the main objective, but on all maps there will be just smaller kind of missions, so there's always something to do, like rescue a bunch of military personnel, or just
yeah,
you will find some a teleporter for a random secret area.
Oh yeah, we have secret areas. Basically how maps are being built in Martyr is that they have a bunch of random elements that are decided when you load onto the map.
Yeah.
And one of those is the hidden room, which is basically each map has a 5% chance where you can find a teleporter that takes you to a secret area. Right. Where there's a unique villain.
It's usually it's usually a villain. Yeah, it's Psyker and
Rogue Psyker and similar enemies. Yeah, and a big ass loot chest, obviously, because that's something that you need. When is Warzone being released? Next week.
Next week, we're gonna announce the exact date.
Yes.
Early next week, I guess. Yeah. So, but the beta testers are already testing it. So.
Yeah, we have a bunch of testers already playing the Warzone.
Yeah.
I just gathered some feedback already this morning, and we are constantly basically checking up on the beta build on Steam.
That's awesome, yeah. It will be cool, like, for... not just for players that reach level 50, but for everyone.
Yeah.
It will be pretty cool. Oh, here's the villain.
Yeah, villains are pretty tough. Also, each map has like a 3 spots where these guys can spawn.
Yeah, usually you always find like one.
Yeah, one is guaranteed. I think one villain has like 90% chance of spawning, but the second one has like 60, and the third one has 30.
They always drop some greens or purples, usually very cool.
Yeah, villains are a good source of loot, and you get a purple as well. I hear, if I'm correct. Yeah, as you can see, the Crusader can take a lot more damage than the Assassin.
Yeah, but no dodging around.
Yeah, no dodge. The Assassin's one of the coolest features of the Assassin is dodge. Because, yeah, that's pretty amazing.
You need it, and obviously for a lot of builds you can play around with the dodge. Let's say you dodge around and you gain like a more critical hit chance for a few seconds. Indeed. So you can do certain builds with dodge involved. Lot of.
Which one is your favorite weapon in the game?
I think two-handed swords for the assassin. Also, that's so one of the axes that you unlock around level 20. It has the whirlwind kind of ability.
Oh yeah, the great axe.
Great axe. That's just amazing.
It looks pretty amazing. Yes. I think this guy has a great axe in the inventory. Maybe you can check.
Yeah.
Although since it's a heavy weapons Crusader,
yeah.
I don't really have skill points in the melee skill tree.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I have even unlocked it, but maybe you can check.
Yeah, I think level 13, you probably halfway through your first tree.
Yeah,
yeah.
halfway through
It has like 20 or 21.
Yeah, we have a couple questions. You can take that option in game options now, Ceph HD, where you can disable elaborate execution. So you don't have the whole cutscene and slow motion. You just jump on the head of the enemy, tear its head off.
Yeah, that was added lately.
Yeah, it was added on Thursday with the Thursday update.
Yeah.
You can check the Steam news section and our community hub for the latest changelogs of the game, because the last update was on Thursday. It was a pretty hefty bug fix patch, and on Friday we issued a hotfix that increased the experience gain drastically from random missions and fate gain as well.
Yeah, so leveling is now a bit changed.
Yeah,
so
it's faster to reach 50 basically, because that's good for the war zone as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you still have a couple more days to get to max level, because the war zone will only... I mean, you can start the war zone at a lower level, but to reach the top, you will have to be good geared, good skilled, and max level.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is an ongoing event for endgame players, and yeah.
The war zone will last for quite a while, because some people were worried. I've been getting some PMs and, oh my god, I'm going to holiday for a week and I won't be able to participate in Warzone. Don't worry guys,
no,
Warzone will last throughout the summer.
This is a big, very big global event in a persistent world, so this won't last like a few days or weeks.
We had like a couple warm-up events. Some of them just lasted for a weekend, and the last event was like a build up to the Warzone. It lasted for a week. And you could get pretty amazing rewards from these events as well, but they were just basically the build-up, you know, because they had like a little backstory and whatnot.
Yeah.
To like give the baseline before we released the war zones.
And no-go hard route will go down.
Yeah.
In a couple of seconds.
And for some reason, the laptop here is not charging. I'm just gonna plug it in. It's alright. You're close. One enemy left.
Yeah, this guy.
Nice.
Done.
Caius Thorn is happy.
Yeah. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, nice to see you active on Twitch again, Neocore Games. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, this was quite a busy release for us. So,
yeah, game release. Yeah. That's all we have to say, because when you have a game release going on, it's like super busy around the office. So you have to take that into consideration. Hopefully we can stream this game more frequently.
Yeah, pretty sure we will stream the Warzone sometime when it's up and running.
Definitely, we'll stream the Warzone as well.
It'll be fun.
And of course, we have a couple of dedicated players as well who stream the game regularly on Twitch.
Oh yeah.
And we're streaming on Twitch as well, so be sure to throw us a couple of follows on Twitch or YouTube, because we are usually multi-streaming across all platforms.
Oh yeah.
So it's good that way. Yeah, check if I have a Relic Great Axe. Maybe I do. I'm not quite sure.
This one or
oh yeah, Artificer. That's cool as well. Yeah.
No. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I have some
the secret stash.
Yeah, you found it.
What is going on here? Okay.
Just Power Axe. Yeah, not a Great Axe, but
let's see. Okay.
These are lower level, I think, but but because of the cool engines that they have, I added that. So
yeah, let's do a mission with this one, the Great Axe.
Yeah, be sure that it's like a shitty mission, because I don't have the skill tree for melee.
Okay.
When will the game be available in Russia? Well, that's a tough question.
Okay, yeah.
But we are constantly working on we are communicating with the appropriate guys.
Yeah.
I am personally like talking with Russian players every day about trying new methods. But basically, what's going on is that our servers are banned from outside, so there's really nothing that we can fix or we can do, because that's not the error is not on our side.
Yeah.
But we are hopeful that in time this will be fixed, and of course everyone can still buy the game from the Neocore store if they want to. But obviously it's available on Steam, and we have a 10% discount in the Steam store already.
Yeah. right. This is a cool weapon. Yeah, probably this is my favorite weapon.
I liked Van Helsing for the story. Is Martyr for me if I'm looking for the same thing?
Well, depends. I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's basically similar and very different in the same time because Van Helsing was very story heavy and Martyr is also very story heavy, but Van Helsing did not take itself very seriously.
Van Helsing had a kind of dark humor, I guess.
Yeah, it was full of pop culture references, self-irony and whatnot. And Martyr is you know, a lot more serious. It's,
no
it's
jokes here.
grimdark.
This is a grimdark space gothic fantasy, so...
But it's very story heavy. So, Necreon 25. If you want good story and lots of lore, then Martyr is definitely for you, because we have a campaign, and we have, besides the campaign, we have investigations, and those also have their own story, where you can collect clues. Basically, it's what it is.
It's kind of like a chain of missions with the
no, it's not
very
nasty.
Oh, nice. Chaos spawn. Okay.
No match for the Great Axe.
No. Nice. Looks really good.
Yeah, the giant chaos spawn.
sorry, dude.
Yes, and of course, oh yeah, Epic Rage. That's huge help. Thanks. And of course, we have basically short novels based on the game.
Oh yeah.
We have written a couple of short novels that are available as ebooks, so you can grab that as well.
Yeah, it's a Black Library, Caligari Archive.
Yeah, the Caligari Archives. So yeah, there's lots of stories tied to the game and within the game as well.
Yeah. But yeah, the main story basically revolves around the Martyr, which is an abandoned ancient ship lost deep in the Caligari sector, and you're investigating basically what happened with it and why is it just abandoned there in the Caligari sector. And the campaign has 5 chapters with a lot of story to investigate with your Crusader, Assassin, or Psyker, and also the investigations. Yeah.
Some guys are asking, besides the Dark Eldars, will there be other races being added in the future? And our answer is yes, definitely. Yeah. Because our goal is to release season patches regularly. Yeah. There will be season updates, that's free content patches basically. Yeah. And with each season will come 1 or 2 new factions.
Yeah, I think besides the Dark Eldar, we can tell another one, which was also we mentioned it a few times, and it's Night Lords.
Yeah, the Night Lords will. It's also the first season, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So besides the Dark Eldars, also the Night Lords will make an appearance in the first season. And after that, we can go on to, I don't know, Tyranids and whatnot. I just said something out of the blue and not confirming anything. But
but we'd like to add as much as possible.
Yeah. We want to add everything with time to the game. Yeah. Because enemy variety is also key in an ARPG. Obviously, good loot, lots of weapons, and many enemies to kill. That's like 3 cornerstones of an ARPG. And we will introduce new factions with each season update. Yeah. And after the war zone, the first season will hit, and that is when the level cap will be increased. And
how many levels? Do we know that?
I think the usual 10, 20, or something like that. But I have absolutely no idea. To be honest.
This is something that we're gonna announce later then. But not just 1 level.
No, definitely like a full skill tree and whatnot probably. So and of course, if you are unfamiliar with this game, it's Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr, and it's an action RPG set in the 40k universe. 3 classes, weapons are bound to skills, fully destructible environment, and cover system. And lots of blood.
Here's a cover.
And gore.
But no enemies, and it's very gory, very bloody, very true to the 40k lore. And we are playing with a melee Crusader right now.
Yeah, can you play the game in melee mode, someone asks. Obviously, you can go full melee if you want to. Like we are doing right now. Yeah. But usually I mean every time you have 2 weapons sets, like in every RPG I think. So you can switch between 2 weapon sets. Yeah, but so if you want to, you can have like a rifle or a heavy gun in one set and like melee in other. Yeah, but it's a bit hard to balance because of the skill trees, but you can pull it off. I mean.
Yeah, but it's not necessary to have a ranged weapon. For example, if you are a melee player, all the enemies can be killed with either like ranged weapons or melee weapons. So
yeah, definitely.
whichever playstyle you prefer, basically. I usually go with melee and range, just for fun.
Yeah, I prefer heavy stuff, like one single target heavy gun and one like splash damage or AoE.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
a heavy bolter and a grenade launcher, because that way you can just do single target DPS.
Yeah.
Ah, nice, you get a consumable again, like on the top.
Right.
Yeah, mine just said, that's cool, because now you can reset the skill tree.
Okay, so with the passive skills, you can reset the. If you, let's say, do wanna build a different kind of character, you have to reset the skills. So you can use mind reset to reset this. And I think I've seen the vendor selling these for
these
quite
have a
few.
chance, like 1 or 2% chance of spawning in a vendor's inventory.
So you if you have enough Caligari credits, you can just reset the skill tree for a different build.
Any plans on more camera options, like having your camera strictly follow you? Well, your suggestion is, I mean, it's logical, because first thing that you think is that, why shouldn't you be able to do this?
Yeah.
But it wouldn't work, because in the very first version of the game, in the alpha version, we had this camera, and we received feedback that it's not gonna work in the long run. So this is why we changed it to the one it is now.
Yeah.
But I think that we are planning to add a second camera, and you will be able to switch between the two, and it will be like a more old school fixed style camera. But you know, that's like not on top of our list right now, but it's definitely in our plans.
Yeah,
we have very we have a lot of plans for this game for the future, and we already have like a vision for Martyr, I think.
Oops. Just spend some Caligari credits and
feel
points.
free, man.
This is basically a tech tree for crafting. And
you can speed crafting up and make it a lot more efficient.
Basically,
what
crafting,
did you just learn?
I just learned this one.
Number of production slots by
it's kind of like the last one, basically.
Yeah,
it's very, you have to unlock a bunch of other.
Someone is bragging that he has more than 20 skill resets. Well, that's a lot of money. I mean, you can make cash on that if you like trade them to someone, for example. Yeah. Because also you can send stuff, obviously. You can send in-game mail, and that's like a method of sending items, sending stuff to other players.
Right. Also, I think we haven't talked about these two.
The morality system.
Yeah, morality system.
It's not even unlocked for this character, so...
You have to be a bit more
advanced. You can hop onto my level 40-something character. Maybe I think it has... Not sure, because maybe it's like a test character, but I think that it has.
Yeah, but anyways, we're gonna check. This is level 41. It's probably a deflect build, I would say. We'll see.
Yeah, it's a deflect crusader, definitely, yes.
Yeah.
So it's like very cool, because many people are saying that, I'm not gonna play the crusader because it's so slow. Well, then I think we can demonstrate that that's not really true, because the crusader can be the fastest class if you want to.
Yeah, if you level up enough and put enough points on the movement, okay. Level 41. You just unlock the spark, augmented by 2. Also 1 skill point. Yeah,
someone is saying on Steam that the feedback is quite mixed. Many love it, and apparently many are whining about it too. Well, I think that has a multitude of reasons. First of all, I gotta admit that at first we had quite a few issues with the game, like bugs and stuff.
Yeah, but it's an online game, so it's always a bit more, mixed when it comes to online. Yeah, it's
definitely the online thing generates a lot of feedback. Yeah. But especially with Thursday's patch, we have ironed out like tons of stuff. It was so good to see the changes. And I think we're very much on track right now.
Yeah.
And the second excuse me. And the second thing is that it's Warhammer.
Yeah.
And many people, the Warhammer fans, it's like the player base has like on some things we have like very unified opinion, and in some things we have very divided opinion.
Yeah, so but we are working like non-stop to fix the bugs, add new content, and make the game like.
Yeah, I mean, working together with the community has been amazing so far. Basically, that's why we did the founding, for example.
Absolutely.
Because the game wouldn't be here right now without you guys. And that's something what we gotta say, because we can't thank enough for our supporters, for our fans.
Right.
Because the amazing feedback that you guys have provided has led us to implement such cool features.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the entire appearance modification thing was like something that people wanted.
Also, it's very cool when the game were kind of like around release, it was shaping up, and people came up with all the different builds that we haven't really thought about. That
Yes,
was kind of
there's
cool
like
to see. Yeah.
so many build combinations.
Yeah.
And we really want to make like build of the week videos now that things have cooled down, so to say, a bit after the release. And hopefully
we did one for, basically we showed this one, I think. This is the
now you
same.
have the pet active as well.
Yeah, but I think we have to do the Pogo Assassin at some point. It's such a funny build.
So now you will be able to see that the Crusader can run fast.
Yeah, Crusader can be really fast if you have the proper items, the proper skill points.
And yeah, you can jump around as well if you want to. So. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you need to be max level for the Warzone? I don't believe you have to be, but there's a power rating limit, I think.
Yeah.
I can't confirm, but it's like about 1000 something or something like that.
It's not even the end of tier 1.
Yeah, someone is saying that Warzone is not in the game at the moment, so we don't really know what it is. Yeah, I mean, let's go through again what the Warzone will be. The Warzone will be the first installment of the endgame for Martyr, at least the current endgame. And it will hit next week. So next week we'll introduce the Warzone, and it will be a very long global event within the game, lasting throughout summer basically.
Yeah.
And you will be able to do endless missions, which will be very hard but very rewarding. And with these endless missions, you can unlock passive skills like a new skill tree, and active world skills as well. So like the stuff that you usually bind to button 5 right now, in random missions. So you can drop turrets, you can call down an airstrike, whatever. So you can unlock these skills permanently if you're doing good, and you can farm for keys that will be used for spawning Nemesis bosses.
Boss, which is a very tough enemy type. You can, if you finish the campaign, you probably know what is it like.
Yeah. It's gonna be a really tough enemy with really amazing and rare and unique loot that's only specific to that boss. So you can't get that loot anywhere else, but from the Nemesis.
Kind of excited for that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Warzone will be pretty amazing because that will be the first step towards like adding a bunch of new content to the game.
Absolutely.
Because obviously we had events in the past and stuff, but first there will be the Warzone, new missions, new skills, new rewards and stuff, and then after the Warzone,
we're gonna unlock season 1, I guess, right?
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. And seasons are free content patches. Season 1 will be the first one, and it's gonna be a huge free content patch with new factions, new items,
basically
new subsector.
The amount of planets in the game will double.
Yeah,
that's what the first season will be. And 2 new factions, Dark Eldars and Night Lords, and increased level cap, more weapons, more story, new investigations, and so on. So it's gonna be like a hefty update, of course, completely free, and it will stay so in the future.
Yeah, season 1 is basically we announced Warzone season 1, and then there will be more seasons, but yeah, more on that after season 1, I guess.
The system will be similar, so each season will have an event that leads up to that season. So for season 1, the build-up event is the Warzone, and for the Warzone we had the build-up event last week. So it's like easing into it. Last week we had an event in the lock-on system where players needed to fight an invasion. That lasted for a week, and after that we'll start the Warzone next week.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, the game will have content for months.
Yeah, the Warzone update is pretty promising. It's already being tested by a bunch of people since a couple of days. I've been gathering feedback, and we're like fixing things left and right on the beta branch of Steam. It's gonna be pretty hefty.
Yeah, we're gonna announce the exact date early next week when the Warzone patch will drop.
Yeah, will there be new map types in the near future outside of Snow, Dirt and Indo 1? Well, there are already like 10 map types in the game, plus the new atmosphere settings, weather settings, so that's random with each map load. But yes, of course, it's definitely in our plans to add
obviously more. As we put new factions and new races to the game, I think player will accept expect new map types as well.
Definitely.
That are kind of tied to those factions. But yeah, I think yeah, you guys will see.
Yeah, and of course these maps are more linear that we are doing right now, but we have completely open style maps when you can wander wherever you want to. So for example,
I think we will check
yeah.
like a Ruin City or something. We're gonna find one because I'm playing with the Crusader and before that the Assassin on spaceship maps and more linear maps. But yeah, we can show like a huge open map.
Yeah, and any plans of new classes for the future? Well, definitely not right now, but for the distant future, yeah, maybe. So obviously we feel the need, we see that the players have the need to create more classes.
Yeah, this is a question that always comes up, so...
I think, yeah, we will eventually cave.
Yeah, we'd like to add more.
Yeah,
so
I think it's very much in the plans.
Yeah. Okay, so this is also a data hunt mission, and this is a second one.
Hey guys, love the game. Any plans to making alt characters able to skip the campaign mode in the future? I mean, you mean the tutorials probably. It's fun the first few times, and sometimes it'd be nice to just jump in, exploring the galaxy. Yes, I mean, the first couple times I've played the game, in early alpha versions, that was my first question as well, and right then and there I have.
Yeah, I mean, we played the first few missions like I think 2-3 dozen times, like testing the game and all that, like.
Yeah, I think we will figure out something for that. That would be pretty cool. I would enjoy it as well to just create a character, and it's my 156th character, so I don't want to see all that cool stuff. So I just want to just keep. But yeah, I think we will try to.
Yeah, obviously, if we do something like that, you have to have a very high level character, like at least one.
What about new weapons? I think maybe the Warzone will bring new weapons. I'm not quite sure, but I think it might. But the season will definitely bring some new weapons because we already have like a to-do list, like what new weapons should we add into the game. And obviously what you need in an ARPG is a huge arsenal. And we already have like so many weapons in the game, but I think the universe of 40k has, I don't know how many weapons, I think thousands of weapon types.
I think on Discord I always see like people just mentioning weapon names that we should add, so there's a lot more that we can add. And
we need a talent calculator like other games. Definitely in our plans we want to make a talent calculator, but it's much harder to do than you imagine, so because the way we want to make that skill calculator is that we want to make it work together with our code. So that means if we change things, we balance things, the talent calculator automatically updates itself. So basically what most people think is that the talent calculator, I just grab the images from the skills, I put them in on a web page, and there you go. But that's not how we want to do it, because we want to tie it in with our code so it updates automatically and whatnot.
I mean all the balance updates that we are rolling out with
like every week something was balanced, especially now that the game is released. So it's really tough to do that, but it's definitely something that we want to do.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, for high-level builds, you definitely need something like that.
Yeah, it's a scale planner is essential for an RPG. I mean, it's cool for the community as well.
And it's a trap, yeah. I mean, is it like 5% or what's the percentage for loot from this chest? It's kind of low, I guess.
15%.
15, yeah.
15% to get loot and 85 to get trap.
For these traps.
What about some way to see what stats can we roll on items? That will happen in the future, I'm pretty sure. I know this may be way off, but any info on your own personal ship to defend fortified decker in the future, or is it still scrapped? Yeah, Inquisitorial Fortress has had to be shelved for now. Yeah. But I think the retinue is still in our plans. Yeah. Our late plans. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we added a PvP mode, so there's an optional kind of PvP mode for players. That's also it's very important like to say that it's an optional feature.
Yeah, so it's a rudimentary PvP mode. I mean, it's called Inquisitorial training for a reason, because you can. I mean, I think it's safe to admit for us that in an ARPG you cannot balance PvP.
Absolutely.
Period.
Yeah.
So you just can just hop in and beat the living crap out of each other, and that's fun. I mean, but and that's why we have that game mode, because it's pretty fun to just wreck your friends. Even in you, because you have 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, and 4 versus 4 PvP, if I'm correct, in Martyr. And it's pretty fun, but obviously you can't balance an ARPG that's ever changing. So
yeah, because it's always like, if you balance PvP, then you have to balance the PvE content, and then it's just going around circles.
Yeah. Someone is saying that we have shelved more than half the game to be able to launch it on time. I think that the Inquisitorial Fortress is the only thing that we have shelved so far. Yeah, please add 2 test dummies. Yeah, that's something that we also see very often.
Oh yeah.
And like a testing range for weapons, and that's why I added it to our request list as well. But yeah.
Little nerdlings maybe.
Yeah, it's relic the last item tier, and yeah, definitely it's the last item tier for now, and you can upgrade your relic items with fusion.
Yeah, and also some relic items have special affixes.
Yeah.
You have to, if you want to build a really powerful high-level character, you have to search for those items.
Yeah, someone was asking about controller support, and yeah, we already obviously have controller support in the game since alpha, actually.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, after the founding, after early access launched, we added controller support in the game, and ever since that, which is last August,
yeah,
I think, yeah, early access was started in last August, 2017
yeah.
August, and since then we are gathering feedback and working together with like controller players to make it even better, and we issued like hundreds of changes to the controller interface and whatnot.
It's a very cool feature.
It's really intuitive, and I love the controller feature. Personally, my personal opinion, an ARPG is meant to be played with keyboard and mouse, but with controller it should be pretty cool as well.
Yeah, as we go to various events to show Martyr for new players, we always meet a lot of people who are playing RPGs with controllers, which is absolutely fine, and we understand that it's a feature that needs
one of my favorites is like the circular selection of the controller interface. It's so cool and intuitive, so it's pretty amazing. Yes, you can play in co-op as well in this game, 4 players per mission. You can do co-op by 2 methods. You can go the old school way, like invite your friends and just go, or you can queue up for matchmaking if you don't have any friends online, so you can just go and
there's always
get some random,
or just go to our Discord and just you can find players there.
There's a
very cool community
channel. So we have an amazing community on Discord. Feel free to join. Will the game be cross-platform? No, definitely no cross-platform will be available. Game looks great, can't wait to pick it up. Thanks, man. Glad you like it.
It's on sale for a few days now, as long as the Steam summer sale is on. I think 10%, 10%.
10% discount indeed.
Okay, I'm just gonna sell a bunch of items.
Yeah, I think you need to.
No need for this.
There's lots of stuff to sell. Get that gold.
Yeah,
gold.
I think we
Caligari credits. I'm sorry.
Yeah, haven't showed the Inquisitor yet. This is also a feature
you can customize.
that
you can customize so many things in this game.
Yeah, so basically,
it's like you can't keep track of the stuff that you can customize.
Basically, the Inoculator is the item that you're using for healing and for various buffs on your character. So you're not using like a consumable. You're using an Inoculator, and as you level up, you will unlock components for this Inoculator.
So basically you don't just chug a potion and get healed, but you can customize it basically if you wanted to push your resources up, or heal you more or heal you less, but then give you a heal over time that lasts for a longer time. You can sort of puzzle it together.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ruin this one. Just randomly picking up.
I mean those the brain and the eyeballs on the right, is that from Assassin's Creed?
Oh yeah. Nice one. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we were inspired.
Yeah, this is normal. not something texture is missing.
Yeah, Creeper Delta on Steam puts it right. So you get to take your time and to strategize and use tactics. So you can do that when you're moving at 100 miles an hour Yeah, and this is basically our reasoning
Yeah.
why we have the cover system, why the game it's a bit more tactical, more slow than your usual lightning fast kill 100,000 monsters in 2 seconds ARPG, which is a bit of a different style. I like both personally. And you can sort of do both if you want to, because if you're an assassin, you can be lightning fast, or
maybe.
with a deflect crusader.
Yeah, that's right. Let's maybe do a
Random assignment.
random assignment. Yeah, this is yeah.
Yeah, because you can request an assignment,
Yeah.
which are basically an investigation series.
Yeah,
and these are pretty lore heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see, this is a bit more detailed than random mission, and we can choose various actions.
You can choose action. Is there a cover system in this game? Yes, definitely. Yeah. So cover system, for the cover system, you have to understand that basically you can shoot everything to bits in this game, so that you have a fully destructible environment, and most obstacles on the field can be used as covers. And we've been using those covers throughout this gameplay. So if you go into cover, you take less damage. Your enemies also use the cover as well, obviously. And you can sort of mix this in. For example, if their enemy is hiding behind a pillar, you can shoot the pillar and the falling pieces will kill the enemies. And there's a unique stat that revolves around this whole cover system, which is suppression. Which is the half circle around your health bar in the bottom left corner.
We'll see it in a second.
Yeah, we'll see it soon enough. So yeah, that's suppression. And basically suppression means crowd control resistance. So resistance for knockdown, stun, and slow and whatnot. And your enemies also have this suppression stat. And the way the game plays is that you have to lower your enemy suppressions to make them more vulnerable against your attacks.
Okay.
And obviously, since we are playing melee right now, it's a bit of a trade-off, because you get to charge your enemies and slice them up faster, but you don't get to use as many covers as you can. And that means that it's like a trade-off. So you take more damage, but you also deal more damage.
Yeah.
But obviously, as you can see, those crates, the pillars, the containers, the barrels, those are all covers within this game.
Yeah. Also, kind of like a good way to use covers. For example, let's say you're running with an assassin, you're using a ranged weapon like a sniper rifle, and then you are using items that gives you extra health regeneration when you're in covers, so you just hide behind covers, shoot everyone.
It's an entire cover mechanism is very deep, because there are item enchants that make you heal while you're in cover. Someone is saying that there's instances where enemies can hit you over cover. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bug, because there are some attacks, like splash damage, for example. If they throw a grenade and you're standing behind a barrel, that's not gonna protect you. I mean, you will take less damage from shrapnel, but you will take damage. And obviously, for example, if you have like a laser rifle, it can pierce through many covers. So even through the concrete covers, you have attacks with the laser rifle where you can pierce through.
That's right.
But some attacks, for some attacks like the auto pistol or something, and you go behind a pillar and you're fine, because it doesn't go through that. So it's like very varied, and you have to select your cover as well. And there's also 2 kinds of covers, like half covers and full covers. And the mechanics are different as well, because with the half covers you can shoot above it, and with the full covers you have to like hide behind it and like lean out. So it's a pretty deep mechanism.
It's a pretty deep mechanism, yeah.
And of course there's various covers. There's covers that get destroyed with one attack, and there's covers that last forever, for example. So it's pretty good. You have to choose well. Yeah, with Thunder Hammer you can turn covers into more damage, and also there's explosive stuff, for example explosive barrels that you can shoot or lure your enemies into it. There's mines.
Right, yeah.
And
stun mines.
Yeah, stun mines.
Yeah, for example.
The gas mines are pretty cool as well.
Yeah. Okay, just kill this villain and just got a bunch of rare items.
Will there be dual-wielding melee weapons for the Crusader? That's also a request that we see pretty often, so I don't see why not. Currently, I think it's a balance issue, because if we can just switch over a flick, flick over a switch in the code, and you should be able to do it. But balancing these things would be pretty hard, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, we always check all the requests that players are doing and making, and we already added quite a bunch of them to the game.
Someone is asking about that creepy Karoob following you, and yeah, it's a pet, and we have in-game pets, and we will add more, obviously. And it's just a cosmetic.
It's a cosmetic pet. I think if you really like followed all the updates and the events, then you can have like 3 or 4 pets already.
Basically, this Karoob is the first and only pet that everyone could have achieved back then. It was tied to the release.
Yeah.
It's sort of an apology pet.
Yeah, but we also have like...
Yeah, our pre-order bonuses are also different pets, for example, like servo schools and stuff.
But these are just cosmetic things. And optional, kinda, just showing off. Yeah, so this is also a purge mission.
Someone is asking on Steam that it seems jittery to anyone else. Maybe it's just a stream. Yes, it's definitely a stream. So try refreshing it and see if it's okay.
Yeah, game's running quite nicely over here.
Oh yeah, it's a random script as well, this heavy turret.
Yeah.
You can encounter these on any map, basically. There are a couple of random scripts. For example, here a couple of guys are building this heavy turret, and if you don't kill them in time...
Yeah, you have to kill them in time.
You can, yeah.
But no issue for this level 41 Crusader.
Don't get me wrong, I would love coverage survival would be a thing at the moment, but at endgame you kill stuff so fast that you barely take any damage. Bunch of things. First of all, yeah, you can achieve a level in the game currently where you're so good that you described, but that takes a lot of time. And secondly, this is why the Warzone is coming.
Yeah.
Because there you will be squished for sure. At first, I mean. You have a paint and material set that you can choose from to change the look of your armor. Yes,
yes.
We showed that before. We may show it again. So you have the ability to customize and paint your gear in Martyr any way you want to, basically, for credits, for in-game money, basically.
Basically, yeah. It's a feature that you can access at your tech priest, and it's a very detailed little cosmetic feature that I think everyone who just who loves painting miniatures will like really much. Just gonna finish off this.
And of course, currently we are multi-streaming to all platforms. Yeah. So we are online on Steam, on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Facebook.
Yeah.
So if you, for example, if you have some issues with the stream, then you can just change it to a different platform because there probably it will be better. This new Steam stream feature is actually it's a new thing.
Yeah, this is the first time we are
in a beta.
Streaming on Steam.
Yeah, it's our first Steam stream.
And this is why this is basically the purpose of the stream is show off the game for newcomers and talk about the Warzone and all the updates that were just recently rolled out.
Yeah, because we had weekly updates basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. This now I figured out why they call it Steam Broadcasting, because Steam Stream sounds way worse than the official Stream Broadcasting.
Try to just
it's much better. But yeah, it's in beta. I mean the Steam Broadcast feature, and Valve is testing it basically, and so do we. And so far it's pretty amazing because the way you can go into the store page to the game and see some guys playing it, it's pretty cool, gotta say.
I think
the actual technical settings, I don't know about them. Probably Valve gets thousands of feedback posts every day, so I think they got that covered. Much like us, because feedback is basically one of our top priority things, if not the top priority.
Very, very important for us. It's an online game, there's a lot of stuff happening, and you always need constant feedback, and we are always looking at that, what to fix, what new content to add.
Yes, and this is why we are available on these platforms that are scrolling in the bottom right corner.
Yeah.
So feel free to join our social media platforms.
If you're a newcomer to the game, feel free to join on Discord or any other social media platform, either to give us feedback or find players.
Yeah, a bunch of good questions. Nice.
Yeah.
Gotta convince some of my friends to get this game. Well, thanks, man. So we can form a party. And the follow-up question: tell us about co-op.
Okay.
It's pretty cool, and playing an old school and some new stuff as well added. So you can play this game in co-op, 4 players, and you can queue up with random. So you can like use the matchmaking terminal, and the game will automatically find some party members for you.
Yeah.
Or you can just invite your friends to a party and go at it. Also, you can PvP, like 1v1, 2v2, and 4v4 PvP. It's like a fun game mode. I mean, it's like
nothing. You know,
it's like
mandatory. It's kind of like an option feature.
Yeah, it's an optional thing, and it's like good, cruel, brutal fun. It's like shoot your the friends like to pieces. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is it available to buy on Steam? It is, and definitely you can get a 10% discount.
Yeah, it's
right now.
the Steam Summer Sale ends on the 5th of July, so this is where it's 10% off till the 5th of July.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
How long does it take to complete the campaign roughly? Have you completed the campaign?
Almost, but I've started. You know, after the early access, everything just resetted, and before that, that was also reset. So it takes like, I don't know how many maps it is. It's more than 50.
Yeah, more than 50.
If
it's roughly like the campaign is like around 50 missions baseline, and there's a bunch of side investigations.
I always just go out to the open world and do maps, and it's chapter 3 and 4 are quite long.
Yeah, and chapter 5 is shorter but more intense.
Yeah, it's very intense.
Yeah, like 50 missions and plus like 15, 20 side investigations.
Yeah, sometimes you have to just, let's say the next campaign mission needs a bit more gear, so you have to go out to the open world, do some random missions, but...
And I mean, it's like...
It's hard to tell how many hours.
In hours, it's depending on your playstyle, you know, if you press escape for all cutscenes and just rush through everything, just objective rush, it will take longer time than if you read the story, if you gather the clues and then you go into your journal and read all the data slates.
Yeah, basically you're investigating with the Crusader what happens in the Caligari sector with the Martyr, and there's like a lot of info. Yeah. So if you're like a Warhammer 40k fan who loves reading the books and all that, then you're gonna love all the story that involves.
Yeah, multiple people are asking if we can see some ranged combat action.
Sure, yeah. Let's just switch the weapons.
Yeah, I mean, it's a ranged heavy character.
Let's stay with this Crusader because it's high level with a lot of items here.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's see. Which one should be it? We have an auto pistol. We have an autogun. Maybe the autogun and
sort the items based on power rating on the inventory, and you will be like see the best one first.
Yeah. Let's just the autogun and what else? Plasma pistol, shotgun.
Yeah, I think I have a pretty good shotgun, and maybe you can check. If there's good stuff at the vendor.
Yeah.
Skills and abilities not really that important. No, I mean, skills and abilities are really important because you get those from your gear, and that means a lot because you need to prepare before every mission.
Okay, so let's see. Let's just use the autogun. Obviously, this is kind of like low-level weapons, and we're just gonna run with a mission that's proper for our current rating, which is 800. It went down because we just switched the weapons.
Yeah, the power rating went down because of low gear. Yeah.
So let's just switch to another system.
Someone is, hello, I'm from Russia, I want to buy the game, but I can't. Yeah, we have closed sales in Russia because we felt that it's unfair, because in Russia there's a government-issued block on millions of servers.
Yeah, it's not just our game, it's not just...
There are many companies and many games are struggling with this issue, and we basically, all we can do is talk to these people responsible and
Yeah.
hope for a result.
Yeah, Russian players are very important for us, and
Yeah.
we really hope that there will be a solution for this.
And we are
very
working
soon.
hard
Yeah.
to fix this situation ASAP, but
Yeah.
the problem is not on our side, so...
Yeah, it's just the signal for the second
okay.
second weapon.
I was worried, oh my god, you forgot to put in a weapon.
No.
Yeah, if anyone's looking for a Crusader Deflect build, yeah, I'm pretty sure that many people will want that build. After.
Yeah, but if you just go on any like YouTube or something, and there are already a lot of videos detailing various builds for
it's
high
pretty
level
cool
characters.
that the community
Pretty
is
cool,
already
yeah.
pumping out the videos.
Yeah, we were
the
testing
fresh builds.
we were testing a lot of builds before the release, but pretty sure there are new ones that we haven't really thought about.
Yeah.
It's quite cool to see those.
What weapon are you using? The autogun?
Autogun, yeah.
Yeah.
It's I would say
Yeah, it received
effective.
a pretty good buff. Yeah, the fire rate was buffed by like a tremendous deal.
Yeah.
Let's try some pillar cover action.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
sure they
Let's
want-
see in the second room, maybe. Yeah, this way. Okay, so in this this map you have to just kill 3 mini bosses, probably some Hellbrutes maybe, but we'll see. Maybe not. It's
Yeah.
not an our goal.
Yeah, it's once again a lower power rating mission, so we can just. But the chaos spawns are ganging up on you, I can see already.
Trying to just yeah. As you can see, everything is destructible, and when the pillars are kind of falling down, all the enemies are.
Yeah, I mean, then
getting
there's those
damaged.
explosive stuff that you can utilize to dispatch your enemies.
Yeah.
And of course, once again, if you have any questions about the game, just post in the chat and we'll do our best to help.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna upload this stream as well later.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
the stream is gonna be on YouTube.
If you guys,
so
if you guys missed the beginning of the stream, then you will be able to watch it back and check all the info that we shared.
Yeah, after this mission, we can show the appearance customization once again.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, oh, Alpha Legion enemies, nice. That's
Yeah.
the new type of enemies introduced.
Yeah. Little Hellbrute.
Any plans for more detailed tooltips for the game? Yes, definitely. I want tooltips to be a lot more detailed, a lot more clarified, and we are constantly working on that. So yeah. Crusader jetpack is pretty fun and funny. You can jump pretty much every second. Yeah, I mean, I love the jetpack build
Here
as
you
well.
go.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, let's just use the covers once.
Yeah, I'm just gonna answer something in chat myself.
Yeah, here we go. One boss down and 2 more left. Won't be a problem for this one. It's kind of like a, as you can see, high level character, level 41. And on its way to level 50.
Yeah, I mean, currently maximum level is rank 50 in the game. Takes a while to achieve. We have boosted experience gain though yesterday,
Yes.
greatly. So people can reach endgame faster for the war zones, which will hit next week.
Yeah.
And
more info on that like early next week.
Yeah, I think with the, I mean, obviously there will be an announcement regarding war zones, and after the war zone, which will last throughout the summer, we will issue like the first season will hit, which is like the big, huge content patch for the game, free obviously.
Yeah.
And that's when we will increase the level cap and power rating cap as well.
Very excited for that, that's for sure. Yeah, so a lot of content coming for Martyr in the coming months, and after that too.
Yeah, I mean, also the Warzone already is the first installment of endgame content for Martyr, and next week it will hit with the patch, of course, and within the Warzone you will be able to do endless missions, and a new endless leveling system will be introduced, where you can gain points into new passive skills and new active skills as well, and you can also farm keys that will be able to that will
basically
make you able to
unlock
fight
Nemesis. Yeah.
Nemesis bosses that will drop unique armor and weapons.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, if you switch gear, if you switch your weapon sets, you get some cooldowns, because otherwise it would be way too overpowered too.
Yeah, people will just exploit it.
This is a pretty heavy room filled with enemies.
That's right.
Like these Alpha Legion champions are pretty tough. Who wants my password? Please don't share your passwords in the game. I mean on the chat. You can also switch to the tactical mode, which shows your ranges and allows you to use cover and your range to advantage. That's right, yeah. Thanks for calling out the new features that we forgot to talk about. Yeah, if you press T, I'm pretty sure the game already switches in tactical mode.
Here
as
you go,
can
guys.
see.
Yeah.
And you can customize that tactical mode, like what do you want? You can like turn on heat vision, you can turn on range display, you can turn on and off at like 10 or 15 things, and you can customize your views, you can customize your normal view, and you can customize your tactical view. And it's pretty amazing, because some players, you know, like more tactical players, especially who play on high levels, you can see the range of your weapon, the effective range, like a more effective cover display and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Oh wow, you're getting roasted.
Yeah. Okay.
So the Warzone is coming next week. Yes,
yes.
The Warzone is coming next week, definitely.
Confirmed.
When you buff ranged weapons, I think we buffed the ranged weapons a bunch of times already. For example, the autogun that Gergo is using has received a huge buff to the firing rate, and it's pretty...
It's effective.
Amazing. Yeah, it's effective. Yeah, that's a good word.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are doing an easier mission right now, because this character that we're playing with is originally a melee character, so I don't really have the range skill trees and whatnot unlocked, and this is why we are doing an easier mission, because we're not playing a ranged spec character.
Yeah, but after this, I think we're gonna show the appearance tab, and after that we can just show how like a really hard mission plays out.
Yeah, or we can show the character creation screen, like the subclasses.
Oh yeah,
like
that's right.
What kind of characters.
Yeah, we can make like a Psycho or something and show that too.
How much is the game? No price on Steam. It's weird. It's like $45 at the moment.
Yeah, also €45 if you're in Europe. Yeah.
Yes, and obviously next week will come the Warzone update, and our plan is to issue huge free content patches into the game regularly. So the first season patch will bring 2 new factions, the Dark Eldar and the Night Lords, as well as new items, new investigations, and the amount of points of interest will be doubled essentially with that patch. So there will be a whole new subsector available with the sun systems, with new planets to explore, new maps as well. So yeah, it will. That's our plan basically, to do one patch like that every couple months. Any chance of a perk that increases attack speed depending on your bonus movement speed? I mean, that's a cool idea. I can see how it would be unbalanced though, but it's actually a really nice idea, honestly. Like attack speed based on your movement speed. I mean, that's something that we could do, I guess. Will single-player campaign have extensions? I mean, if you mean more story, then yes, the season will bring more story-based investigations. So that's for sure. I want to play co-op game. You can play co-op in this game. Like Martyr supports 4-player parties, so you can either invite your friends or queue up for a matchmaking game. Yeah. There's also PvP in the game.
Yeah, besides the campaign is a single-player experience. It's a narrative story, really focused pack of missions. But yeah, besides that, you can play the game in co-op up to 4 players. Yeah.
What will happen to the game eventually when servers are no longer online? Well, oh my god, that's like it's like many years from now on, so it's like way down the road. But our plan is to definitely figure out a method to make the game work after.
Won't be abandoned.
Yeah, definitely. Movement speed, attack speed, everyone wants that. Yeah, it will be quite overpowered, but yeah, I got you guys. adding to the request list. I am gathering feedback from the community every day, and you guys come up with so good ideas. So I have like a list for the rest of the dev team to like, we should check this or this or this, if this is a good idea, if we can do this, we can do that. And there's so many good ideas that we can't choose like which one to implement. So you guys give us so many good choices to choose from.
Yeah, so keep it up, guys.
Clap your hands if you guys are not allowed to comment on console-related questions. Well, I did not really see console-related questions too much at this point. At the beginning of the stream, we have answered that regarding the console publisher, which is Big Ben Interactive. There was one question.
Yeah.
And regarding the console release date, I think we will announce it.
Yeah.
We will have an announcement up like soon.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah.
Nice. So what's the plan? Appearance panel and then character select screen? Or
yeah. Let's check the appearance panel, which is quite a cool cosmetic feature for your armor and weapon. All the items you can change the.
Are you gonna introduce Space Hulk missions? Please say you are. Well, I mean, it would be cool. I gotta admit. Can you give more details on what you can take out of war zones for the seasons, and what stays in Warzone? Will the Warzone skill tree accumulate for the next Warzone period? I don't know about the next Warzone period because I mean your logic is right, because obviously Warzone is the build-up event to the season, and for the upcoming season there's the Warzone event, and for the season after that there will be another event. I'm not sure it will be another Warzone. I think maybe we will come up with something
else.
Yeah, but I think what you gain in the Warzone, that you can take that on to the rest of the game. So that's
right.
for sure.
Here's the appearance tab. You can access it with the Tech Priest. And the Tech Priest is an NPC that you will meet during the campaign, very early in the campaign.
Yeah.
And then after that, you save him, and he'll be on the hub. And yeah, as you can see, you can just set all the skins and all the materials and all the colors for either the armor or the weapons, for example. Also, just use this slice to just lightly change the look of it.
Yeah, you can adjust your stuff, so
just
it's pretty complex. I mean, I love this.
Yeah.
And obviously it costs a lot of gold. in Caligari credits.
Yeah, here you can see.
But it's not microtransactions, so it's completely free.
Yeah. A lot of cool color names. I think if you're familiar with the miniatures and the painting of the miniatures, then you will be kind of familiar with this one too.
Yeah, definitely.
Nurgle's Rot.
Yeah, the color names, I just love those Warhammer color names. So good.
Awesome. Yeah, let's see the
the characters.
Character creation.
Like what kind of classes can you create? Let's talk a bit about the classes.
Okay, so this is the menu, and let's just create a new character.
Yeah, and these are the 3 classes that you can play in Martyr.
Psyker, maybe?
Yeah, sure, let's take a look at the Psyker.
We've already shown the Assassin and a bunch of different Crusader builds, so let's just check the Psyker, which is a utility class. It's a caster type character. You're gonna go for it if you're playing like a wizard in fantasy RPGs, for example.
I'm really sorry. I got a message regarding the Warzone beta actually, so I just gotta really just message someone. And just 1 minute, and I'll be right back.
Okay. So while Mega pulls away, let's just check out these. I think we're gonna go with this one, and you can choose a difficult, kind of like a soft difficulty mode, but usually we're gonna go with the side dude. And yeah, when you create a new character, you're gonna start with the campaign. It's chapter 1. It's basically a bunch of tutorial missions. It's 5 missions, and after that you're gonna unlock the hub. You will be on the Martyr, and after that you can go to do random missions or continue with the campaign. Pretty cool.
Inquisitor's log. Classified report for later transmission.
Yeah, you can check this out. I think it's safe to just skip it and start with the level 1 Psyker, just to show you guys how the campaign starts.
Captain, do you copy? Captain Van Winter, can you...
Yeah, as you can see, this is more like a narrative, very different kind of mission, not just like the random missions.
Is jammed.
And we are here with the Psyker.
Can't use my teleporter device. Something must be disturbing my signal. I will record everything in my audio log in case I don't return.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn off the
Entry. While attempting to dock in the hangar
mode
of
and
Fortress Monastery, my tramp. Interesting.
so yeah, someone asked what will happen the war zones when the event ends. Like,
Well,
can we talk about
yeah,
that?
sorry, I was just I'm in the beta testing group, and my phone is like pinging when they have some new stuff about the Warzone.
Oh.
And I got an alert like, oh my god, we accidentally pushed it live, and I just had to check it. Sorry guys, if it's really happening, but thankfully it was a false alarm.
Okay.
So yeah, I was like, oh my god, please don't.
Yeah, this is game development.
Yeah,
I would
this
say.
Yeah, because we have like a bunch of beta testers already going hard in the Warzone, testing it, and one of them was messaging me like, "Oh my god, it's alive! Please no!" Like how? But yeah, what was the question? Sorry.
So what happens with the war zones and all the stuff that you can gain from war zones when the event ends?
You take it away from the Warzone, so it stays with you. So your passive and active skills that you gain with the Warzone will most definitely stay with your character, as well as the gear, obviously.
Yeah.
Because you can summon nemesis bosses in the Warzone by farming keys. You can unlock those.
Yeah.
And those will bring some unique loot.
Yeah. Yeah, we just playing the Psyker level 1. Just started the story. So this is where you basically just learn everything. You just unlock a bunch of tutorials. You get your first weapon, the second one. Yeah, as you can see with the Psyker, you're using warp energies, which works quite differently.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool because then you have to balance the warp so it doesn't kill you, because you can die by your own spells if you take it too far. So if it overwhelms you. Yeah,
but also as you level up, the Psyker can be quite powerful as well.
I'm just gonna ban a few heretics from the chat. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
I mean, constructive criticism is always tolerated, but flaming is not.
Yeah. Yeah, this is as you can see, campaign is very lore heavy, a lot of stuff to read if you're into it. 40k fans will really love this.
Yeah, I mean, our focus with level design was to recreate the grimdark atmosphere of 40k with the blood, with the grit, with the dirt.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy with the results so far, especially in the later campaign maps. As you progress through the campaign, it gets darker and bloodier.
Yeah.
And yes, you can see in the investigations panel that you can gather tons of clues and lore and stuff with data slates and information that you can read, and the game is filled with lore basically.
Yeah, as you progress the game, this list of investigations and various tabs will be huge, and you can read back all the stuff that you just found. And if you found everything for one particular investigation, then you will get some extra rewards. It can be like Calligraph credits. I think it's also fate points sometimes.
Yeah. Some more questions. Could you show some of those 10+ environment types you mentioned earlier? We can try and get a couple of those on the star map. Sadly, we are not playing the developer build right now, because that way we could just load any map I want to. Yeah, but since, you know, star map missions are random, so it's based on luck what missions you get.
Yeah, and, but we're gonna check like some of the map types that we haven't shown yet. Quite a few. Yeah, after just gonna finish this first mission. This is the end of it, I think. And after that, we're gonna jump back with the high-level Crusader, and then with that, it's pretty easy to find different map types, because almost all the tier 1 subsectors is unlocked. Yeah, just skip it. Sorry, guys. You guys can not gonna spoil the story here.
True hardcore players skip the cutscenes, straight to progression.
Yeah, but this looks so good.
Are you going to introduce more tarot cards with more options to swap between them? I mean, that's a good idea, because currently tarot missions are basically sort of the more geared. That's basically the end game missions, basically fate missions, tarot missions, and you can select various tarot cards to add difficulty modifiers, and they give different bonuses to you. So yeah, let's
just showing it quickly.
So there's major and minor tarot cards, and you can unlock those by various quests, missions, and they give different bonuses. For example, this one gives you an increased chance to find rifles, and this one, so they all give some sort of bonus.
Yeah, there's a really painful one. This unending duty. You're not permitted to die, basically, which is
that's very hard. One of the hardest. I mean, I think it's definitely in our plans to add more tarot cards.
Yeah, let's just check the available maps here, and let's see if we have something cool here.
Is this out already? Yes, the game was released on the 5th
of June, and it's available on Steam.
Yeah, and 10% discount. Yeah,
10% discounts as long as the summer sales goes on, till the 5th of July.
Yeah, as Game Night says, yes, there are Ice Worlds, Ruined Cities, Hive Cities.
Hive Cities, yeah. Let's just go. Let's check this out. Maybe we'll find something cool.
Any plans to expand Cabal rosters or allow Cabals to align with each other? The second part, allow Cabals to align with each other. We want that, but we don't know how should we pull it off, because it's like you mean Ordos basically, because Cabals should be able to form Ordos, like 10 Cabals, 1 Ordo or something like that. But I'm not sure how we want to pull it off. But Cabal roster expansion, maybe we will do it in the future, but not like a large scale Cabals, because we don't want Cabals that can take 900 people where no one knows nobody. They are just sitting there waiting for the bonuses, doing nothing. Basically, these are called cesspool guilds in other games.
Okay, it's a platform map.
And we don't really, it's a floating platform.
We might go that one, but let's just...
It's an investigation.
Yeah, let's go this one. Yeah, it will be a bit hard.
Yeah, it's a yellow mission.
It's a yellow mission. It's a power rank is more than 1000, and our gear is just 800 something. So we probably die, but it's okay. We always die sometimes.
Yeah, Witchen says that you should fix the game before releasing content, and we agree. And this is why before the Warzone we are. And with the Warzone there will be a patch, of course. And before the Warzone we had this huge patch on Thursday that that has like huge amounts of fixes, and basically how we constructed that patch, that 1.0.5, which was released 2 days ago. How we constructed that patch is basically I scoured the forums, and basically I compiled a list of all the pressing issues that the community have been posting about.
That was a huge bug fix patch.
Yes, and some balance updates as well. For example, the long-awaited Cabal quests were nerfed a bit, so it's much easier to complete the Unholy Codex collection.
Nice,
as well.
nice.
So yeah, co-op. What level do you have to be to play co-op? It's not really a level limitation. You basically do the first few tutorial missions, which take like a couple minutes.
It's 5 missions on a Martyr. After that, the open world is yours.
It's opening.
It's opening up.
And then you can do co-op already. Yeah. So it's not really a level limitation. First couple. This old Crusader receives some more bulky looking armor in the future. Demolition looks way heavier with less armor rating. New armor models, I mean, that's definitely in our plans. But what kind of armors will those be? I have absolutely no idea, to be honest. The cable's a bit bigger, like 50, 75 or 100 people cabals. I think that's way too large. I think we have to, if we want to increase the cabal size, I think it will be like 30 or 40 people maximum. But that's just my personal opinion. I mean, I think we will maybe increase it in the future, but the exact number I don't know. It's just my suggestion. No, you don't have. Co-op does not have a level requirement
No.
in the released version. So it's like you do the first couple missions. It's like 15 minutes, and then you can hop into the open world.
Yeah.
The single player campaign is the only segment of the game that you cannot do in co-op.
Yeah, so turret missions and everything else.
Yeah, the entire game was designed with co-op in mind, but the story is written for a lone wolf Inquisitor. Like it's basically the story is focusing on a single Inquisitor, and it's a design decision that the campaign is single player only, and it's advertised. It says so on the store page as well.
Yeah.
So everything else, there's investigations that you can do in co-op. There's turret missions. There's random missions. Basically, everything in the game is designed with co-op in mind.
Yeah, but obviously, if you're someone who prefers single player, a lot of people just like to play action RPGs in single player mode. Then you can do it as well.
Arki asked a bit earlier on Steam. Can I explain it a bit better, like skills coming from gear? Sorry, yeah, I will definitely. I just the Steam broadcast chat is not scrolling automatically. Yeah, so every weapon every weapon and armor as well gives you a bunch of skills. Each weapon gives you 4 skills. And there's armor skills as well, the biggest button in the action bar. Yeah, and the number 3 is the utility belt. That also gives you skills. So with each weapon you gain a new skill set, and you can have 2 weapon sets within the game. So this means that before each mission you have to check the enemy, you have to check the difficulty and gear up accordingly. So for example, do I want a stealth field if I'm an assassin, or do I want something else? Because your success rate will depend on how well you prepare on the mission. That's because 40k Inquisitor Martyr is a tactical ARPG. So there's cover system, there's destructible environment, and you have to think before you jump into the battle. And this is basically what's it. Your armor also gives you skills, and basically what our intention with this was preparation beforehand.
Yeah, I think it's a cool system. People usually find their favorite weapons and go with that and build the character around that and find something, skill points and the perks that works really well with the appropriate weapon.
Yeah, a bunch of more questions. How good is the German translation? Actually, our fans and native speakers helped us out a lot recently. Yeah. I received some huge packages in email, like corrections and fixes, and we are constantly working together with native speakers who are testing the localizations constantly, and checking for spelling mistakes and whatnot for every language, not just German. And with each update we iron out those flaws, so I'd say it's pretty good right now. Is Terminator armor available in the game? That's a question that I also see very frequently, I think, because quite a few other games have that. Well, I think it's also something like it may appear in the future, but right now we feel that it would be a bit of an overboard thing, because from the beginning of a campaign you're like a beginner Inquisitor and you work your way up, and giving you Terminator armor straight away, I don't think that's like fitting too much.
Yeah, the lore will be a bit.
But I think later on it's definitely in our plans, because it's like a staple armor in the 40k universe. Can the console version be played offline? No. Because the game has to have online connection for a multitude of reasons. I mean, it's so many things that can only be done right if you have a good online system. For example, the random star map missions are rolled from a backend server. The leaderboards would be unable to function. without an online system, and of course the global events. We couldn't do the Warzone next week without without an online connection, because everything is coming from the backend server. So these events wouldn't be doable without an internet connection.
Right.
Can you blind fire behind cover? I mean, sort of. You can take cover and fire behind. If you mean by the animation, you're like hiding behind the cover and shooting behind. I don't think we have an animation like that.
Yeah, but it's... You can say it's blind firing, but it's very precise.
Yeah. So is this a real-time game? I was expecting a turn-based game. Yeah, no, it's not turn-based. It's
an action RPG. It's real time. Yeah, absolutely.
I would love to see a mod of this with like turn-based. I would play it. I don't know. It would be cool to release that.
It would be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, like toggle. But no, it's a tactical action RPG, like real-time action.
Would be a lot of turns to show this autogun and just take
and
down.
you're out of inoculators. Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
It's a tough mission, but just here to show the map type, which is a platform, and it's one of the open exterior areas.
Are you gonna be bringing in lightning claws? Well, that's a weapon request I haven't seen, interestingly, a bunch of times. So I think you're the first one who requests that. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be in the game. But basically our plan is to bring in a bunch of new stuff with every season patch. So I think for the first season we'll bring a couple of new weapon types and maybe armor types as well.
Pretty sure, yeah.
But you know, our goal is to like gradually progress through the 40k universe, including factions, weapons, armors,
map types, everything.
Map types,
and consumables were added when the game left early access, so that was also a new addition. So we're gonna do this like every couple of
yeah, executioner pistol. I've seen that a couple times being requested.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you can see, you can just take a look at the chat and you can see that there's so many weapons in the 40k universe that it's pretty hard for us to choose from to prioritize. Obviously we included a couple dozen staple trademark weapons in the 40k universe.
Right.
But there will be more.
Also, like, we have to make sure that that particular weapon we go with the Inquisitors, so it's something that the Inquisitors can use.
And of course, if you are just tuning in and not familiar with this game, we are from Neocore Games and we are playing 40k Inquisitor Martyr, which is an action RPG where you have 3 classes, a cover system, destructible environment,
and the 40k universe. And
the grimdark 40k universe.
Exactly. Huge story campaign, single player campaign, and also random missions up to 4 players in co-op, playable.
Yeah. Someone is asking about how the PvP works. Well, currently the PvP works like that. It's 1v1, 2v2 and 4v4 PvP, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And you jump into a map and it's like a domination style. So you have control points that you can activate. It's like a channeling bar appears. If you don't get interrupted, you will take control of that place.
That is correct.
And you will gain points. And of course in the meantime you can wreck each other. And if you die, you respawn in your own base where the enemy cannot enter. And it's basically until someone reaches a limit.
Also you can use various consumables during the battle, like mines, and you can put down mines and
of course you can gain world skills as well in PvP.
Also it's an optional thing, it's not mandatory to do. And
yeah, I mean it's just purely a fun game mode. So if
you
have some friends, you can check it out or queue up. Any plans to add more shield types for us, sword and board types? I think I've seen one of them in the game files. So yeah.
And our Inquisitors just
you disappeared. You get wrecked.
Yeah, here we go.
And the Karoob is following you everywhere.
Yeah, it's
a nice blast.
Little pet.
Yeah, mines were received. So mines received a lot of fixes in 1.0.5 as well.
All right.
So it's pretty good. Mainly performance-oriented fixes, but yeah. It's pretty good. And you fall down. No. Yeah.
But it's back. Yeah.
The hidden elevator is found. Yeah, nice. Indeed. Yeah, the hidden elevator was found. It's like a...
Yeah, we should put some
Easter eggs
rewards
down
there.
there,
Yeah.
Beardysaurus, I want to love this game so much, but there's just too many things I need answered. Well, feel free to ask. Feel free
we're here to
ask
answer. This is not just gameplay stream. We're here to answer all your questions.
We are here to answer your questions. Can you tell me how are the controls? Well, basic controls, I mean, default, if you just load up the game like that, you have the classic ARPG controls. So click
Maybe
to
we can show it.
Yeah, so you can click to move. Attacks can be rebound, of course, but it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's pretty plain and simple. If you hold shift, it's like the stand ground mode, so you can just hold fire with shift. With alt, you can force move, but you can rebind everything to a WASD style of controls, or move with the arrow keys if you want to.
Yeah.
So it's like you can combine it.
It's pretty usual, I would say. Nothing complex, and also you can use a controller if you prefer that.
How does your gear affect PvP? Well, it does affect PvP. I mean, in PvP, all there is basically a huge damage reduction to avoid one-shotting, obviously. But your enchants, special stuff, your special enchants on your relic items are working in PvP, yeah. What about the plan to let people play through the introduction campaign quests for free before they have to purchase a game? If you mean like a demo, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, because demos are a bit like outdated, I think.
Yeah, I think
there's Twitch streams,
kind of gameplay videos, kind of
take the whole purpose from making demos.
Also, it would be like. Yeah, with an online game, it would be kind of difficult to work on that.
Also, yeah, for always online games, it's pretty difficult.
I would say gameplay videos kind of are the new demos.
Yeah,
I would say.
Gameplay videos and live streams are the new demos for games nowadays. Yeah. Donatus Simatis, hey guys, awesome game, but got a question. Feel free to ask, man, and thanks for the kind words. Yeah, and also it means a whole crap load of programming, someone explains as well. When we will see orgs? Can't tell, but what I can tell is that we are planning to add a couple of new factions with every season update. For example, at the end of the summer or something after the Warzone, the first season will hit with Dark Eldars and Night Lords. Yeah.
And after that, there will be
another
new factions as well.
Yeah.
Not gonna share our plans for that right now.
Yeah, not gonna spoil.
Yeah,
we have to like leak information carefully here.
Yeah, that's right.
What is the loot system like? Monsters drop loot, and at the end of the missions you also get loot, and there's a glory system. Yeah, let's talk about the influence, glory, sector. Yeah, so the game takes place in the Caligari sector, and currently their first tier is unlocked, which is the Tenebra subsector. Within the Tenebra subsector there are a bunch of sun systems with planets and whatnot. And no, you die. No, you still have to like.
Yeah, very good.
So yeah, there are sun systems with planets. And if you do missions on a specific planet or in a specific sun system, you gain influence. And if you reach an influence level, you get influence rewards, like a new inoculator component, for example.
Right.
Or flat out, stuff or currency. And you can become a protector of an entire system. If you're the best player in the entire system, the game shows your name in the sun system. So it's pretty amazing. And of course, you can gain influence, and there's glory. If you do missions in a system, you gain glory. And there's a glory leaderboard, and there's glory rewards, because
I just show it.
Yeah, sure.
This hybrid will be a bit tough for this Crusader. it's like 200.
You gave up. It's heresy, man. So yeah, the glory leaderboard is, gives you weekly rewards basically based on your
Okay.
actions, on how well you did. Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Okay. Yeah, just.
Can you use a controller to play? Yes, of course.
Yes,
you
that's
can.
right. Yeah, you can switch to controller, and the UI will change to the controller.
Yeah, it's
mode,
an entirely
basically.
different interface if you play with the controller. It's like
Yeah.
much
So-
more intuitive.
This is the influence system that Megapool was talking about. As you can see, we're like almost halfway through the
Yeah, what is the next reward? Like the epic blueprint, artificial blueprint.
blueprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is for crafting. But this inoculator component is already unlocked, also blueprint and
Yeah,
some...
the important stuff is always put at the beginning, so you don't have to grind a lot to unlock the inoculator
Yeah,
component.
but as
for
you can
example.
see, the Black Ammo system, which is like a very high level system in tier 1.
Yeah, I
is
need more
still,
stuff for that.
Still
Yeah.
out, but yeah, this Crusader has a lot to do. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can show the
Tarot
leaderboard
cards.
as well, for example, for,
Oh, yeah.
for a specific system like Glory leaderboard.
Let's see, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see that I haven't been playing too much with this character, so my weekly glory is low, and you can see the top players for this glory, and you can see the region where they are, what cabal are they, and you can just
Yeah, you can
check
just
the individual
scroll down.
players.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool, and you get your rewards based on this. So if you're pretty good, others will take notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not on. Yeah, I've hidden myself from the leaderboard because I'm a developer and it's
Yeah,
not.
you will get a lot of messages.
unfair, yeah.
Yeah, the perks here.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so-
already have 3 perks unlocked here because.
Yeah, just for the newcomers,
Yeah, let's
as
check.
you can see, we'll have everything that you would expect from an RPG, like all the skill tree, skill points.
Yeah, the passive skills are. Let's talk a bit
skills.
about the passive skills once again because
Yeah.
you based on the subclass, we were showing the character creation screen.
Yeah.
If you create, for example, a heavy gunner crusader, your base set of skill trees, your passive skill trees, are depending on your subclass. And the rest are locked, as you can see. For example, if you want to unlock the suppression skill tree, for example, you have to do, I think, side quests.
Yeah, complete 25 side quests.
Side quests.
Yeah.
And then you unlock an entire new skill tree, and you can put skill points in that skill tree. And that's how the game works. And also heroic deeds, you can keep track of your heroic deeds, and they give different rewards as well, not just skill trees, but some of them, give perks,
yeah.
attribute points and whatnot. Someone is asking, so yeah, more or less competing all the time. Yes, exactly. I mean, that's what the leaderboards are all about. You don't really have to, but it's like an additional bonus. So if
Pretty
you
much.
play the hell out of the game and you're super good and you have tons of influence, do a lot of missions, you will be on top of the leaderboard, yes. And there will be occasions within the game where the best players will have their name permanently in the game forever.
Nice.
For example, in the Warzone, I think that will be the first such occasion where the one best player in the entire event will have his or her name
Wow, that's pretty cool.
carved
I mean,
into the eternal.
yeah, I mean, Warzones will be the largest event that we are doing so far.
Yeah.
After release.
Doesn't that break the immersion? Someone asked. I don't think so, because, for example, me personally, I don't care at all about leaderboards. I just play the game,
Yeah.
and it does not get shoved into your face. So, for example, I can
if
confirm
you're-
that there's not a single occasion when a leaderboard pops up if you don't want it, even if you don't want it.
Yeah, if you're-
so
if
it
you're
only
s-
opens if you click on it. So it's you can't even you can play the game without noticing that there's a leaderboard in the game.
Yeah,
So-
if you're someone who's really for the lore, really there for the lore and for the campaign and for playing a single player experience, I think that's
Thoughts?
the default.
Thoughts about trading with other players? You can already trade with other players. You can just right click your portrait and click inbox, and then you will be able to send items to other players.
Yeah, I think that's something that a lot of players. Oops, just saw
Never
the
mind, it's
consumable.
not your character.
Yeah.
So you can send stuff. So you can right click your portrait and go to inbox and just send stuff. Sorry, and we can show that as well. So yeah, it's trading is already in the game. So you can just click your portrait and inbox, mailbox,
Yeah.
and then you will be able to send items. So you just compose a mail and you can add items in those slots. So it's like an old school.
Hey, Megapool.
Yeah. And you can send items and money as well. So it's pretty good. And if you if someone does not open your mail, it gets returned after 30 days.
Yeah, it's
like the standard
pretty
system.
obvious, yeah. Yeah, so Warzones are coming next week. We're gonna announce the exact date early next week. So be sure to follow our social sites and Steam account.
Yes,
page.
and yeah, because we're coming to the end of today's stream, because we were streaming for like 2.5 hours, which was the plan. And of course, thank you guys for tuning in. And what is super important first of all, we can't thank you enough for the feedback that you have provided.
Indeed, yeah. Keep it coming, guys. Yeah. It's very important for us.
Constructive feedback is basically our top priority, I think. So whatever you have to say about the game, say it, and where to say it. That's also very important. My personal favorite is Discord. You can basically PM us out of nowhere on Discord. Join our Discord server. The links below can be found on Twitch. But if you just search or go to neocoregames.com, there's links to it.
Our YouTube page has a lot of info on every video. So
indeed, so our YouTube channel is also worth checking out. And of course, I read the Steam forums every day, and Reddit and Twitter as well.
Twitter too, yeah.
So you can reach us basically everywhere, and be sure to, if you're interested, be sure to follow us or subscribe to these platforms, because it's easier for us to communicate with you and receive feedback.
Yeah.
And if you have great suggestions, you have a better chance of putting that into the game if you reach us on the best platform.
So yeah, Warzone is one thing, and the other one, which is important, that of course the Steam summer sale is still on till the 5th of July, and be sure to grab Inquisitor Martyr for 45 euros or bucks.
It's a 10% discount.
10% discount. So go for it if you like what you've seen here.
Yeah, if you like a good grimdark ARPG, which is a bit more tactical, more gore, more destruction.
Yeah, a lot of cool features. And if you this stream will be up on YouTube, and you can check back all this stuff that we were talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna upload this VOD to YouTube, definitely. Yeah. So thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in, and thanks for the great questions and feedback, and hopefully see you soon in the next such stream.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, see you soon, guys.
And of course, the Emperor protects.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Bye bye.